Oh, hi! Whoa! Oh, there's wires caught. Never mind. Oh, hi, you guys. How are we doing? Today is the premiere of the One Shit Wonders in the Feywild. It's gonna be literally wild, or so they say. So, me, guys, here are my social links. If you guys do not already have these, you need to get in on them. So first of all, Discord. I am incredibly proud of my Discord community. They are the best. They are inclusive, they teach, they don't preach, they help out, and they're not imposing. They're totally inclusive. They're great. Get in the Discord community there. It's fantastic. You will not regret. And we talk about D&D, we talk about personal stuff, we talk about character creating, we talk about rules and all that sort of stuff, and it's really, really great. Oh, Rebecca, I'm sad to hear you're not having a best day. Oh, hey, Potato Hollow. And now, is it Diegeist or Diegeist? Diegeist. Diegeist. Is that like the ghost? German? The ghost, maybe, or something like that? The guest? I don't know. I know, and I speak a little German, but not tons. Welcome. I'm great. So, apart from that, we also have a Patreon. Guys, I'm $70 away from my next goal, and I know that I've got Alice working on some secret things to make Patreon more interactive for you all. So watch that space. There's some stuff on there which all of you can view from $1 a month, and we're looking at making some stuff for free as well. So it's worth checking it out, following. Anyway, I think Alice is going to plan some of her prep stuff. I'm going to maybe look at uploading some of my session preparations and all that jazz. I'll thank Katie in a moment. She's in this game, so. Bingo, also known as Celts. Ah, hi Celts. You're on the show soon, aren't you? Like this weekend? Are you in the charity stream? Oh, I've got a million things going on, but hi. And lastly, we have merchandise. Some patrons can also have access to exclusive merchandise, but like I say, that's worth looking at the Patreon for. There's also a competition up there, so if you want to... No, wrong way. Oh, there you can see the background. Ah, okay, I'll just leave that. So if you guys want to get involved in that competition, just click the link. Right, well, I think that's everything from me. I'm excited to get into the Feywild. I'm very excited to get into the Feywild. So, without much further ado, let's go and get the guys. I did pre-warn everyone that I would call them the guys, so they should all be prepared. Welcome, guys. You are live.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Sienna, as always, how would you like to do this? Do you want to introduce first, or do you want us to introduce first?
Let's go around. Everyone introduce who they are, who they're playing, and then we'll dive into the game.
Okay, so I am Scraticus, and I will be playing a dwarven monk called Cord Mazak, who has a backstory. Next up, we'll go to Chris at Senrith.
Oh, hey. Cool. I'll be playing a forest gnome who's also a transmutation wizard called Fangwarp Fabblestabble, who owns its own carpenters called the Chip and Chisel here in Everglade Commune. And yeah, he's a bit of an eccentric guy. He likes to transmute things into wood. Like, he is literally obsessed with turning the world into wood. That's just a weird compulsion of his. And he has a little familiar, a little toad that he keeps around with him to keep him company, called Turgle. Turgle the Toad. That's it. We'll see more about him later, I'm sure.
Turgle the Toad Fabblestabble, or just Turgle the Toad?
Turgle the Toad is the little familiar, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, next we have Katie. Hi, Katie.
Hi. I'm Katie. I am playing Celeste Thorn. She is a human Inquisitor rogue. Inquisitive, right? Inquisitive? I don't know. I don't like playing rogues. This is going to be fun.
Okay. And What order should I go? I'll go in Zoom order. So next we welcome back Julie, or
Hey.
J Graver, as some of you may know her on the Twitters.
Yay, thanks for having me again. I'm excited. So yeah, I'm Julie. Today I'm playing Rowan Hartwin. He is a tiefling cleric with a little bit of fighter thrown in. So I can stand there with my shield, and I'm excited about that because I like just swinging and hitting things. It's been a while.
Awesome. For a second I thought you said with a little bit of cider thrown in. I was like, what?
I mean, that too. I'm down for cider.
Yeah, especially in this weather, damn. Last but not least, we welcome Babas to the channel. I've probably said that wrong, but Babas, is that right?
It's close enough.
Close enough. Hey, welcome.
Hi. Yes, my name's Vibar, so I will be playing the lyrics today. And I am a gnome bard.
Oh god.
Bless.
Get ready for this for the rest of the day.
Oh, your poor throat.
No, I'll be okay. I've actually been practicing this for a while now, so I'll be good.
Fantastic. Is that all of it? Oh, Katie, thank you so much for your resub for 3 months in a row. You get a nat to gift to whoever you like. I'm wondering if I should impose that you can't give these to yourself unless they're nat ones.
I don't want to give them to myself. I want to give nat ones to Kiana. I love you.
Okay. Okay, that's how it is, I guess.
Just starting off right, aren't we?
Before
Kiana's
Kiana,
right?
yeah, before Kiana even says a word, we are throwing the gauntlet down. Awesome.
Look, I know Kiana. I'm just bracing myself.
Look at that smile.
What could go wrong?
You should know her too, of all people. You
What
just
have you
stop
done?
with this.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, moving on swiftly.
The pain.
Forget
all
that
the
ever
pain
happened.
memories.
Kiana, I reluctantly hand back over to you for the Feywild.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's a start. What I'll do is, because I have this nat 1, I'll allow any of you to use it against me once. That's how it works. It's a resource. You guys get to choose when one of my NPCs or whatever fails epically.
Okay, cool.
So, shall we begin?
Let's.
I'm ready.
Welcome, my dear adventurers and audience, to the Feywild, a land of magic and forestry and strange things all around. Here, logic doesn't exactly happen, as we throw that into the air for some Fey bullshit. This is going to be a month of shenanigans, of fairies, of fun. So let's see what is happening with this party. The Eternal Springs, an important water source to much of the Summer Court. It is known for its clear waters, its beautiful, pretty much what it adds to both the land and also in its magic properties, able to help heal and purify things. The Everglade Commune had been built around the springs as a place for people to come by to marvel in the springs, but also to protect it from those who wish to steal from it or to bring harm to it. Now, all of you have come into the Everglade Commune some point in your journey. Either you have lived here for most of your life, or this is just a stop on the way. Anyhow, last night, there was a feast, as there is lots of times in the Feywild, especially in areas of the Summer Court, tends to be fairly festive, light, and bright. But you all woke up the next morning, next to the Eternal Springs. It is not the same clear, magical water. It is black. And all of you have woken up, no recollection of how you got here. Surrounded by guards.
Wow.
Dressed in their green, kind of leaf-adorned armor. All accused of poisoning the eternal springs.
Are we like drunk? Do we feel like we're like? What do we remember from last night? I don't. How did we get here? Like, that's the question I'm trying to think in my head right now.
You don't know how you got there.
No, we don't remember.
What is the last thing that I remember, Kiana? Like, would it be at the party?
So, what we're going to do is, as you are all being kind of gathered up, I don't know how many of you know each other. Perhaps you probably have seen each other around. What we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of a flashback to what just happened at the party. So let's go around and see what everyone decided to do at this party. There was, plenty of food and drinks, some of it very foreign to you who are not from these lands. Bright colors of, fruits and dishes that you've never seen before. The smell delectable. Drinks of all kinds, both alcoholic and not. People just enjoying themselves. So let's go around, find out what everyone was doing. Cord, what were you doing during this festivity? And why are you here in the Feywild?
Well, I don't rightly know anymore. I've been in the Feywild for a little while now, and I mostly just sing for parties. That's mostly what I do. I'm not very good at it, I'll admit. I'm not much of a singer, but I do love to sing despite that. And that's probably what I was doing. And this isn't too far-fetched for me. Waking up not really sure what's happened yesterday, possible guards, possibly being accused of things. This is pretty much a Sunday morning. So, I'm not too worried about what happened at the party. Some things are best left in the past,
Okay, yeah. So, obviously you're probably partaking in some of the drinks, keeping your throat quenched as you do. Not the best singing, but most people don't care at this point. There's just a celebration.
I'm actually not much of a drinker, but I do enjoy a party.
Yeah, so probably just taking in the fruit punch and stuff.
Yeah.
What was Celeste doing?
Celeste was was on the arm of someone as sort of a con woman that she is. Was trying to learn more about the Fae. She is very interested in a number of their what's the word? She wants to make drugs from the Fae wild plants and sell them back on her plane. Basically. So she's been gathering information from them, and so I imagine she was keeping a pretty clear head for the most part because she's working and trying to avoid this horrible music that she heard. This singing was just really bad, and she just didn't enjoy it at all.
Yes, and the one you're on the arm of one of the not quite nobility, but of the higher ranks here in the Everglade commune. When you pass down the alcoholic drinks, it gives you fruit punch and stuff, just, trying to get, obviously, flirting, not realizing that they're getting conned. What was Rowan doing?
Well, he's here looking for someone, and he's been honestly wandering around to wherever he finds himself on the search for this person. And so he was probably at this party, asking around, seeing who kind of ventures into the local, the wilds, or he kind of just found himself here one time. But from what he's heard of the Feywild, that's pretty common. So he's like, well, I'll continue my search here, I guess. See what I can find. So mostly just socializing, taking in the atmosphere, very much a hey, I'm probably never going to get back here. Let's enjoy it while it lasts. That kind of thing.
Good to know. And what was the lyrics doing?
Oh, well, I was doing a lot of fun stuff. I came in from the forest, and I was looking around because the trees told me that I should check this place out because there was a lot of fun things to do here. And I started looking, and I found a bunch of stuff, like a good stuff to eat. And I found a lot of weird bags that people kept carrying on their belts, and I took a lot of those. There was a lot of cool stuff in there, like a lot of diamonds, change, and one of the guys had this picture of a girl in there, and she wasn't really wearing much in that picture, but it was pretty interesting. I got all of these wrapped up in my scroll case, and they're pretty good. Other than that, I don't really remember what happened. I was walking around. I gotta say, with all these people around, the parties smell really different. But other than that, I think I had a good time. I don't know. I don't remember what else happened. Yeah. I don't even know why I'm here. And I'll have you know, though, I have never once spoiled a pool or a stream of any kind whatsoever. Well, there was that one time that I did, but I had been drinking a lot of water at the time, and there was nobody around, so I decided, but definitely didn't do that, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it was black, wasn't it? You described it?
Yeah, it was black.
Yeah,
No, I definitely didn't do that.
What were you drinking? Like?
And what was Fenwort doing?
Who also has a nat 20 as gifted by Potato Hollow.
Oh, awesome. Hell yeah. Thank you.
Very nice.
Okay. We'll use that later. But, okay, so what was I doing here? Well, obviously, Fangwort is actually native to this town. And Fangwort bees not like these outsiders, these wanderers. They come from their big cities made of stone. No, they come in here, they drink our wines, they eat our foods. I'm going to do something about that. And I'm going to probably be transmuting with my magic everything I can find into wood, like the fruit bowl. I'll turn all the fruit into wooden versions of them, and I'll find those coins, those pennies you've been taking. I'll turn people's coin purses from copper and silver into wood.
Now they jingle!
Yeah. So you may have stolen some of those wooden coins instead. And anything else I can find. And along the way, probably starting to turn like a portion of the fountain from its like stonework into perhaps wood as well. Which might be why I'm being accused. But yes.
Right. So these are essentially the stories that you tell to the guards as you all get individually interrogated.
Oops.
What do you remember? This is what I did. But there's always that one point in the night where you just kind of don't know what happened. You don't know how you ended up at the pool. You were just there when you woke up. And the guards now have all kind of convened you all into one room. There's about 3 of them. What you would know, one of them is definitely the head guard, Avalon. And she just looks very concerned and says, "So none of you have alibis." She's this elven woman, always has her hair kind of pulled up in a bun. Severe looking.
It's not her.
Now that is a damn lie. I can tell you, I can sing lullabies all night. I've got lullabies for days.
Bees has alibi, and I pull up my little frog, my little toad in my hands. Turgle will tell you. Turgle tells them how I didn't do it. And there's just a little frog with like eyes looking in different directions. The tongue like flops out on one side.
I'm sure there are at least 3 men and maybe 2 women who can speak for where I was.
Evelyn kind of like scrunches her nose at the frog. She knows you, Fangwort, and she doesn't exactly trust you, as you have a habit of turning things into wood constantly, which is a nuisance for her most of the time.
It bees not me. I tell the truth. It bees them city headers, those outsiders. Yes. They be the ones.
And she definitely passes an eye over the rest of you, being not native to around here.
What's that of me?
Why would I poison this water if I'm from out of town studying it? I'm just a simple. I just love knowledge.
Oh, the trees are not going to like that. This pool is kind of dirty. I'll tell you that much. They don't like that at all.
Well, do you know what's actually wrong with it? What we could actually have done.
She shakes her head. No, but that is what I'm trying to figure out. As well, the water hasn't quite reached the Arc Fair yet, and I'd rather not that my bosses find out. And then it's my head on the line.
It only bees blackened. We can change that. I'll cast Prestidigitation and see if I can turn it back into its clear. Can I do that? I can change colours of things.
Oh, you can unsoil things too.
I can unsoil it as well. I'll see if that works. At first, I'll see if I can unsoil it, and if that doesn't work, I'll just make the colour different. Or at least it's in a 5-foot area or something. Hold on.
Looks like somebody cast Prestidigitation on Cord's outfit.
So this is an ever-flowing.
Yeah.
It's a bit soiled.
So basically, you try to purify this one section of it, and then it just gets washed away again by the ever-flowing spring, the eternal spring.
Ooh, that is a problem.
Can we see where it originates from, or is it kind of like a spring from underneath the ground?
It's definitely a spring from below the ground.
Okay.
It's a natural water source here.
I mean, it doesn't look that bad to me. Why don't we just have a little taste?
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute.
What's the worst that can happen?
Hey, wait a minute. I got an idea. Why don't we ask the frog? I can ask the frog. Why don't we ask the frog what happened?
Okay. You can speak with beasts, can't you, and small animals like I can.
Yeah, let's ask him. He probably wasn't awake. He probably wasn't asleep. Look at him.
Yeah, his eyes are wide open. It's like...
His eyes are wide open and looking in two directions.
Can we ask the frog?
Taggles, tell us your secrets. Through sounds and gestures, you can communicate simple ideas with smaller beasts.
Yeah.
I like the idea that that's the frog's voice.
Yeah, it was like,
Just going to be making the fountain kind of gesture, and then the sound of water. And then I point towards the blackened liquid. Well, Turgle, tell them.
I think there's something wrong with your frog.
the frog kind of just, as much of a frog can, shrug.
Turgle. I poke his tongue back into his mouth, stuff it back in there. So you want to test this water?
Yeah,
Drink?
Cord's just gonna walk over. He's gonna take a mug from his rucksack, and he's just gonna dip it in. Sort of weigh the contents, see if it's got any sediment or anything sitting in it that's making it black.
Aww.
And then take a
You
good
should
old
drink it and see how it tastes.
yeah, take a good old sip off the top.
Chug.
Okay, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Such fools these mortals be.
I'm not Turnic, but I have got a 17.
You feel almost like there's this wash of a haze go over your mind for a moment, but you kind of shake it off.
Well,
Is it any worse than the regular stuff you drink?
No, seems fine.
It tastes kind of flowery.
It actually tastes a bit like ale. The old liquid bread. It's got that flowery texture.
I kind of scamper over and I snatch the mug out of your hand. I'm going to try and take a swig of this as well.
I'm in love with flowers. I love flowers. Give me a cup. Where's a cup? Excuse me, guard. Can you give me a cup?
Sure, maybe wisdom saving throws.
What have you started?
I'm fairly certain that someone's just spiked the spring. That's all they've done. They've just put some hops at the bottom there, and
That's it. All right, I got 20. Woo.
I got a 19.
So it's kind of an acquired taste, but after a while you get used to it.
Yeah. You feel that kind of like tingle of like almost something trying to cloud your mind, but then it
Kiana, since I've been like exploring all this Feywild bullshit, could I go over and like lean down and not taste the water but investigate it and see if I can find like a source for why it's this way or something like that? Just look.
Alright, give it a try.
You can make me an investigation and nature check.
Okay. They're both shitty. Oh, not that shitty.
These rolls, though.
What are these rolls?
Nice.
I mean, she probably like dips her finger and like touches it to her tongue. She's not drinking it like these idiots are. She's not doing that. Like smells it, just trying to see if it's familiar to anything she's, picked up in the forest, anything like that. In this
Okay. So as you kind of like, picked up, it's not like thick or anything. It still feels like water. It just has like a kind of black, it kind of leaves a bit of a black stain on your fingers when you check.
Hey, guard lady? Can I ask a question? Do you really think that if any of us had poisoned this well, that we would be drinking it?
Yes.
He
Then
does
no,
have
makes
a point.
Oh.
Well, now, if someone has spiked it, I mean... Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be adverse to drinking a punch that I'd spiked, is what I'm saying.
Not helping.
I don't think it's spiked as much as it's poisoned.
Have you tried it? It tastes fantastic.
I mean, I did. I'm fine. Perfectly fine.
I'm just saying, maybe I can persuade her into letting us go so that we can figure out what's happening.
I'm just saying, we're free for free on the drinking. I think we've improved it.
Them bearded ones has a point.
Evelyn kind of just looks, raised eyebrows. There you go. Perhaps you all seem fine right now, at least. I would not
Persuade her?
Yeah, you can do a persuasion check.
That would be a 22.
Okay. Ooh. I would not be opposed to letting you all investigate. However, all of you are prime suspects at this point, either way. And considering that the water will travel at this rate towards down where the Archfey are in about a day. I will give you a day to try to find what happened, who did it, and if there are no answers, then I believe I'll have to give one myself.
That doesn't sound so bad.
I pass the mug over.
I'll take my water skin and I'm going to empty it out of all of that rubbish pure water and fill it with the nice brand new ale. I'm convinced that this is good for me.
Oh, boy.
I'd do the same. I'll fill a water skin at this.
Celeste is just watching this with like her mouth sort of dropped open, incredulous that this is happening.
I've kind of got the mild horror going, like, oh.
Yeah, same.
Why?
And there's a bit of like black staining like on their teeth and tongue because of stuff.
I polish it slightly.
It can't be good.
I would suggest that you don't taint the water any more than it's already been.
Taint. As you say that, I'm already putting Turgle inside the fountain. Have a swim, Turgles.
Turgle's just like, why? He doesn't want to let go of like your hand.
Oh, come on,
trying to put
Turgle.
him in. He's just like clicking.
The water's nice. It's hoppy. Just like you, you're a frog. I get it. Round of the group.
That was a good one.
Celeste looks at the guard. She's like, I'd rather go to jail. I could very gladly go to jail at this point. I think investigating this would be punishment for me, actually.
Hey, come on. We're a good group. We'll figure it out. Don't worry about it.
What is this jails you speak of? Archfey do not punish with jails.
I'll take anything at this point.
Oh.
I don't think
Evelyn kind of raised an eyebrow and just said, unless you like being turned into small creatures or flowers, I wouldn't suggest it.
I mean, what kind of flower? I like flowers.
The kind you make bread out of.
Fine.
I'm slightly insulted. I can't believe that they're bargaining for what kind of animal you'd be turned into, Celeste, rather than spend the night with us. We had a good time yesterday. I remember us drinking and singing.
No, I remember the singing very well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everyone seems to.
Yes. For horrible reasons.
Memorable is a word.
I'll give him some pointers later.
Oh no, it's more fun this way. Trust me.
Did I recognize any more from that investigation, or like any of the taste or anything?
Yeah. Okay. So
it's clearly not ale.
No, it's clearly not ale.
It's not hops.
And when I said flowery, I meant more like florals and not flower.
I imagine it was like Turkish delight tasting, like rose and lavender.
Oh no!
That got the whole other opposite direction.
Oh, flower like bread.
Yep.
Aromatic, not alcoholic.
Yeah, I
was plenty aromatic.
I was in your brain, Kiana, but nope. Scratching it the other way.
Mm-hmm. Easily done. I mean.
Oh boy.
Great game, guys.
I don't get it. What do you guys make your beer out of?
Hey, taste is subjective, you know?
and also, words are hard.
Words are hard.
I mean, it's all relative, really. One man's ales, another man's flowers. It's all, you know.
Great start. Awesome start, everyone. Yeah. So this is, you definitely know that whatever kind of floral this is definitely not of the material plane. Definitely fey. So you're not sure how you would infuse a whole spring with it. Yeah. And also the coloring for sure is kind of odd to you. You know that some plants could potentially do this. You can't narrow it down because there's like a bunch of them.
Yeah. Okay.
The celebration that occurred last night, was that around the fountain at this place?
Yeah, it was fairly close. Obviously kind of a buffer because they don't want anyone falling in or like.
And there wasn't likely a guest list because it's kind of an open air celebration, right? More like a festival.
Yeah, so essentially where you are right now, the Eternal Springs are kind of here, and then there's like a grass glade area with some trees, and then the actual town surrounding it, like a ring.
I got an idea. Maybe we can figure out who else is here by seeing what these little bags are that I got. I got like 20 of them. Maybe one of them belonged to somebody important.
You stole something?
What do you mean steal? They have them on their belts, so you can just pick them right off. It's easy.
Evelyn is still here, by the way, as you're saying that.
You should not mention that.
Oh boy.
Mentioned what?
Nonetheless.
Try and distract Evelyn from this and ask her.
What would you like to do?
I'd like to ask her pretty specifically, is there a way to even get to the source of this? Like, is it, I don't know if there's anything underneath the town, or I only just got here, so I'm not familiar with it.
She kind of pauses a thing. There's no particular structures down there, no, but many of the roots of the trees go deep below, and the water springs forth from somewhere down there.
Can I
Not like
ask
we go
trees?
exploring it very often. We don't want to tamper.
Looking around, are there any trees that are like big enough to maybe reach down that far with their roots, like within like really close proximity?
Oh yeah, so basically the way that flora exists in the Feywild is different than material plane. It's there's almost no constraints to how big things can grow.
Okay.
As you kind of like look up, like the trees extend like almost far beyond what you can see. It would not be difficult to find a tree that'd be that big.
Don't ask any of the willows. They're whiny and emo.
You talk to trees?
I sing for the trees.
That's just
Alright.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I use the trees to make chairs and tables.
Well, they don't like that.
Somewheres, you got to sit somewheres.
Yes, you can sit on a rock. They don't care about anything. Dumb. Dumb rocks.
Hey, that's offensive to rocks.
Well, could you perhaps ask some of these trees if they're feeling a little woozy?
No more than usual. Can I ask this trees?
If you would like to talk to a tree, go ahead and talk to a tree.
I'd like to talk to trees. I talk to trees all the time. Hey, tree.
Sure. Okay, what tree do you want to talk to? There's like, there's a willow, there's an oak, there's a maple,
Let me
There-
talk to that son of a bitch over there.
okay.
There. Hey. Hey, did you see what happened here? What's going on with you? Tasting anything funny around here?
Do you just go up to it and just like knock on it?
Yeah, absolutely. How do you talk to trees?
Oh boy.
I thought he was serious for a second, and now I'm skeptical. Potential regret.
Oh yeah? Can I roll a nature check?
Yes, you can roll a nature check to see if the trees speak back to you.
Wait a minute.
Should have rolled a druid.
I rolled a 25.
Whoa.
Buddy.
What are these rolls?
Oh my god.
So what did you say?
Within the bark and the slight creaks and groans of a tree that is growing and moving with a slight breeze and weight of itself, you hear, "Why did you wake me up?
Come on, man. Get up. This is important stuff here. You got some slimy stuff crawling all over you in the pool over there. It tastes okay, but you probably should be aware of it. Did you see what happened last night?
There's a bit of a rustle, as if the tree is responding by straightening itself up. There was a party.
We know there was a party. You guys sent me over here for the party. I want to know if anything, what happened to the water, man? And woman? The hermaphroditic.
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't really have genders.
You'd be surprised.
I mean, they have got wood.
Oh no.
Yeah, I have to leave.
Leave? Oh, make it stop.
I can't do this anymore.
Do I find anything out for the tree?
This birch kind of just said, I mean, I saw all of you go by the banks and this just pass out. I don't know, man. I'm just a tree.
Just useless.
What is this tree?
Whilst the lyrics is talking to this tree, is the guard kind of distracted, or
Yeah, she's looking at she's looking at lyrics, being like, "What?"
does she happen to have like a weapon on her made of?
Oh yeah, she has this beautifully wrought elven make long sword that's on her hip.
That's perfect because I'm quite small and sneaky. I'm going to be trying to use my minor alchemy to turn that into a wooden sword. So it's like hard practice. Whilst
Okay,
this is going on and being distracted.
make me a stealth check.
Mm-mm. Okay. 16.
Let's just see what she's at. There was a moment where you're kind of sneaking, sidling up to her, and then she almost seems to stop and turn towards you, but she just manages. There's more exclaiming from lyrics, and she turns her attention back over to him.
Excellent. Then over the course of this, I'll be performing my little ritual to turn it into wood. Dum-de-dum.
Yep. Okay.
I mean, maybe.
I've started breaking out into song.
Well, not, maybe the lyrics has got the right idea. You know what I mean? Why don't we try? I mean, here he's talking to the trees. I think the more somber people are likely to be the sober ones at the party, right? So they're more likely to have an idea. So why don't we go and speak to that fake bloke over there with a face like granite? And he's
Oh,
gonna
this guy
walk
looks
over.
way too sober.
He's gonna walk over to a stone and be like, "Hello, Mr. Stone. How does this work?"
I told you the stones are dumb, you idiot. You can't speak to them. Or at least they won't speak back to you.
Celeste looks at the guard and says, "No, I really want to be a flower now, please." Like a lily or a gardenia, something. I don't know. Yeah, something.
I can turn you into woodsies.
I'll pass.
Oh. You sure?
Yeah, I saw what you were doing at the party last night. I'll pass.
I pull out the like I've got like a wooden orange now, like a wooden pineapple. Start pulling them out of my bag. You want one?
No, thank you. Very sweet, but I'll still pass. We really need to figure out what's going on here.
Oh, yes.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do, but this birch is not really being cooperative.
I would like them ideas to find the source. Don't know why I went like suddenly weird like that. Yeah, I want to find the source of this damn fountain. You said it was underground, so
Are there any? Was the party for a specific reason?
Uh-oh! She drinks some of the water! Quickly, get her!
Like, was it or was it just a gathering for people?
It's kind of just more like a general celebration. There are many excuses to have these kinds of parties.
Okay.
One of these like celestial bodies, like it's the first eclipse of the season,
Gotcha.
or
But it wasn't like for a birthday or a specific person or anything.
No.
that's the summer court in general.
Evelyn is kind of just like, I believe I have some better things to do with my time than watch.
Don't worry,
This.
Evelyn, we'll crack this case.
All
I
right.
just look around. Of the, I guess, nearby trees, I was hoping to find something or one that looked kind of like diseased or like not healthy or affected by some other like.
This birch has a pretty low IQ, if that helps.
Okay, make me a perception check. And Evelyn's just like, good luck on your investigation. Don't try to run away, or we'll be able to find you and hunt you down.
Oh God, I rolled a 1.
Hey.
There we go.
Off to a great start.
Yeah, and Evelyn just kind of excuses herself
As she walks away, and I turn to the others and I go, she'll have a hard time hunting us down with a wooden sword.
Yeah, you all notice that her sword, which is this beautiful, almost white silver color, is now very much wood. She hadn't noticed.
Ballsy gazzies.
Yeah, Rowan, you kind of look around and you're like, trees. Trees are weird here.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy was just talking to a tree. Trees are fucking weird here. That's all you're getting.
Yeah, very fair.
Well, that's because people keep partying with them around here.
So, can someone remind me, what is the actual problem that we've got here? We've got ale in the pool, and we had a great party. What are we supposed to be doing? Surely we just all go home at this point, don't we?
These people's lives depend on this spring, and it's been poisoned. And they think we did it.
Well, I mean, some people do still consider ale a poison. But with a couple of 100 years, they'll all be immune to it. It'll be fine.
True that as it may be, we'll probably be turned into something they can squash if we don't figure out the problem and clear our names. And I would rather not be squashed. I have somewhere to get back to. I have things to do.
Yeah, and Fenwick knows that this spring supplies water to many of the nearby towns and cities.
Yeah.
So,
kind of important.
and as she said, about a day before it reaches there. And if
Right.
you don't fix the problem, the ruling Archfey are going to find out, and they won't be as lenient.
Whether it be the problems or not, Archfey are impulsive. They will turn us into anything just for the sake of it. So I would potentially prefer to avoid their ire.
And I don't think any amount of wood can get you out of this problem.
No. However,
Unless you can build a dam.
we could, but it filters out to many cities. Maybe we just find someone else to blame. Someone with more evidence.
Actually, you know what? That whole dam idea, that's not a bad idea. Give me a second. And he's just going to take off, like, one of his shirts. I imagine he's got several, like, shirts on. He's got, like... Yeah. He's always covered in shirts. And he's going to...
He's a man of shirts.
Yeah. Take his water flask, like, scoop up some stones and wrap his shirt around the bottom and turn it up. And maybe hold his mug underneath and see if the water runs out clear when it passes through the stones. See if he can filter it, essentially.
I don't think it's gonna be any clearer going through one of those shirts.
Ooh.
Hey, I'd be surprised. I'm surprisingly clean, I'll have you know. Oh, what's that?
So you're trying to filter.
Yeah.
Dirty dwarves.
I'm just thinking, if we could build a damn filter, then we wouldn't have to do all that investigation.
Okay, roll me an intelligence check to see how this works.
Just a straight intelligence?
Yes.
Technology hasn't been invented yet.
Okay. As you do this, it's not really filtering out because it's not like a sediment. It's just dyeing your shirt black. So you have this one awkward, like, splotch of black on this shirt now.
Well, okay, no, I'm out of ideas. You guys carry on. And he's just going to walk over to the pool and dip the rest of the shirt in the pool. So it's evenly black.
I'll tell you one thing, that Willow over there really likes their new look.
You want your shirts back the same colors?
No, it's fine. I think I was probably ready for a change.
Going black. We never go back.
I've not heard that one.
Well, I say we find the source of this.
Okay.
That is
So-
the simplest course.
Where is the
Actually
source?
get rid of it.
Do we know where there's like an entrance down below, or?
I think we might be able to find people who know of a way underground. if
Yeah.
there is a way underground.
And Fenwick, because you are a native, you can roll me a history check.
Okay.
See if you remember anything.
If I remember where the old waterhole leads. A 10.
It's somewhere underground. If there is an entrance, it's not widely advertised because I don't want people going in there.
Right, exactly. Okay. I believe there is an entrance somewheres.
Do you think
like
someone
what?
important might know?
Maybe.
Someone who has
Let's go.
access?
Yeah.
I mean, before I say goodbye to this tree and then go back to sleep, do you want me to ask him if he knows of an entrance?
Sure.
Sure.
Hey, tree, wake up. Hey, do you know where we can find an entrance? We're looking for a hole in the ground? We've been looking for an entrance to a hole or something like that in the ground so that we can find the source of the spring, I think. You know anything about that?
Roll me a persuasion check. This tree really is done with your shit.
10 plus 7 is a lot. It's a lot. It's more fingers than I have.
Okay.
And my toes. It's 23.
Yeah, okay. What is this? Says, I can't think of any
Okay, this guy's gonna take
U-sized
forever.
entrances, but there are many ways that the bugs and all other small creatures go down all through the networks that is the trees. And as
Okay,
you kind of look, many of these trees do have like holes in them where creatures can nest in them, or now that you're kind of thinking about, maybe even go into.
Ooh.
Alright. The tree says that there's a bunch of animals that are crawling into the ground through the trees, so we should probably look for holes in the trees and then maybe we can go through that way. I mean, it took a while to say it, but definitely that's kind of what he was getting at.
I imagine time works a little differently for trees when they live for thousands of years.
You'd be surprised. Oaks are quite wordy.
We're not in
Good to know.
any rush at all.
Well, we are. We have 1 day before we get turned into daisies.
Why don't we just swim down to the source and see what's going on at the source of the problem?
Swim?
Yeah, I mean, sure it's a bit black, but I've seen you do some magic stuff, you free. Perhaps you can just magic things up and we can, have a little look. Get an eye on it, Some things you can't quite fix until you get an eye on it.
It's the fountains. We can't swims in the fountains?
Well, no, not when the top piece is on, but I'm sure we could just pull it off and hop in and...
Pull it off. Pull the fountain off.
Hey, wait, I got an idea. Then can I go to the punch bowl and then flip it, take it, and then purify the water in it, and then put it on my head, and then see if I could go into the water with it?
Hmm.
The diving helmet.
Oh my god.
I don't know about the lot of you, but I can't hold my breath for that long.
Nor can I.
That might be a problem, but I can drink for a long time.
It's not the same thing.
Turgle can hold his breath. He breathes in the water.
Why don't we send a frog into one of those holes?
Where's the holes? I look around. Can I see a hole in the tree?
You can make me a perception check to try to find.
Okay. So look. 18.
Yeah, you kind of look around, and now that you're kind of trying to notice things, yeah, there's a few, about that big. Definitely you wouldn't be able to fit in there, but your frog could.
Hmm.
Can the frog
From the frog
communicate?
town.
Can he communicate to you what he's seen in the hole?
He can, for a certain distance. Go on then, Turgle. Return to your pond, and I'll throw him in the little tree hole.
You're so adorable.
Yeah. Just toss him in.
Comes away.
Yeah.
That's poor frog. Okay.
How far down does the frog fall?
And be swift about it. We only have a days, so make it a leap race.
It's not easy being green, is it?
So I can. So I can
Yeah.
see through my familiar, and I can see what he's seeing. I can also communicate telepathically with him, but he's not the
Okay.
most talkative of frogs.
Okay, so do you want to see through?
Yeah, let's see through Turgle, see what he's seeing.
Okay, so you have the slightly kind of disorienting feeling of two eyes facing two different directions,
Yeah.
but you're kind of picking up, okay, he is sort of what, he definitely fell a good, 10 feet down.
Oh, did he?
Oh, buddy.
Thankfully, thankfully he's a frog, so he was able to land okay. So you see, this is definitely kind of naturally made by age, by creatures. So it's not like a smooth tunnel, but there's definitely a little pathway. And
Okay.
it's a bit of a tight fit for him as he tries to waddle through. He can't hop in here.
Sure.
He's just squeezing himself through.
Keep going.
You kind of hear the, okay.
Doing
From
good,
your-
Turgles.
He's
There,
usually
Will.
very, very
Does it open
hesitant.
up down there?
He's still going. You
So
remember?
he goes down, and this pathway's a little erratic. But there's a bit of, even in the darkness, and he can kind of see, but there's kind of this faint glow, perhaps, as he goes down one of these pathways. And it's just a little glimpse of something that turns the corner before he even gets there.
Oh, he sees a glowing movement.
Yeah, that just
Oh, okay. Hmm.
continues down.
Frogs have actually got dark vision, thankfully, for 30 foot.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. It's just good to know.
And keeps going down. And eventually it kind of opens up into actual ground. As we exit out maybe a route. And here it's almost where the actual source of the water is. He's only at the edge of it. Kind of hesitant to go forward, as down here is also black. But in the darkness again, you see that little flit of bright movement across the way. That just enough illuminates this pebble, dark pebble, you think, that's situated right in the center of the water here, right where it kind of flows up.
Right. Okay, so I'm imagining, is it like a pool of water with a pillar, kind of water rising?
Yeah.
Okay. Weird. Interesting. That's as much as I can see with him in this little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he's not too happy being here. It's a little claustrophobic. It's dark. He had no idea what the fuck's going on.
Well, Turgle's definitely done a good job. All right,
What's
I'm
this
gonna click my fingers and have him return to me. I can put him in his pocket dimension, and I'll resummon him back up here and relay.
He's a whoop, whoop, back up to you.
Yeah,
And into your-
Oh, fine, here. And I'll pull out a pouch and I hand him some dead flies. I literally have some random things on me.
Yeah.
It's a little snack for him as a treat. Okay, so this is what Turgle saw. And I'll relay exactly everything I saw. The glowing movement, something's down there, and also the pebble that's kind of floating in the middle, this blackened liquid. Any ideas?
Did he get the pebble?
No, I thought that I would just let you know that there was something down there. Perhaps this is them sneakies, pixies, fairies, sprites. They're small. They glow.
So, are you saying that we need to dig up the trees?
Hey, you don't touch that tree!
I'm just asking what the man's saying.
Back off the tree, mister.
Yeah, and I would never hurt a soul.
Or a tree.
Mostly.
But
I mean,
down there.
if we need to get down there and there's no tunnel or cave, then we just gotta make one, haven't we?
I could just ask the tree if it'd be willing to, open up a little bit.
That's not cool. I mean, you only met that tree last night, didn't you? You can't ask him something like that on the first day.
You'll be surprised what a good song will do.
Oh boy.
Well, I did say there be a entrance down there, but I can't remember where it is.
But is there space enough for us to be down there?
Yeah, did it look open and wide enough for people to be down there, or was it still kind of like tiny and cramped?
It seemed pretty tiny and cramped in there.
Okay.
It's not really meant to be accessed by anyone.
Right. Maybe as we go in smalls. We go turtle-sized.
Is that possible?
It's not uncommons in the Feywilds.
There are a few mages around town who do such things. A couple of them personally, Fenward, just from your work. And including one of them actually being one of the people who worked with you in trying to maintain the springs and the such.
All right, let's interspace this bitch.
And he would also might know where this entrance is that you kind of think of.
I think we take the trips to town. Talk to some smart folk.
I can
They
get
know
behind that.
They have a better idea than we are.
I'm sure there's plenty of cool stuff to find in town, too.
There is. Ideal towns. Everything be made of woods. Not like...
So do you guys want to go into Everglade Commune proper? And do you want to see anything else around here?
Well, we know a way in, at least from here. But
tiny frog-sized hole.
yeah. So as long as we are tiny, we
Yeah.
might be able to use that way. But
Is there anybody else around here that, other than the guard that was watching us, that might be...
Oh yeah, she
lingering
noped out of this a while ago.
around? Is there anybody else that's just been lingering around, maybe looking suspicious, wearing a trench coat or something like that?
Make me a perception check.
Uh-oh. 3?
Rowan has a long coat.
Please don't move around a lot. I don't have to worry about where they are. I just look and there they are.
A tree is wearing a coat, weirdly enough. Do you think maybe somebody put it on there?
They get
Did
chilly.
Fangwood turn a person into a tree? That tree has a coat. That's what I'm saying.
It wasn't me.
I checked the pockets of the coat.
Oh, God.
Okay. You check the pockets. You find a coin purse.
All right, I'll add it to my stash.
Oh no.
And you find another frog that's sleeping in one of the pockets.
This place is lousy with frogs. Look at this. What's this one's name? Maybe it
You
could
have
be
no
a friend.
idea.
Maybe it could be a friend to your frog. Here, and then I'll jam it into his face.
Okay. You jam the frog into her face. Like, what?
Yes, get off me.
This is a very non-magical, non-familiar frog, so it's very confused when you pick it up.
I have
It was
both.
having a nice little nap.
I kind of both in my hand. Like, let them look at each other, see if they're fond of each other. If not, I kind of just toss the other frog away.
The non-magical frog is very confused. It has no idea what's going on. It was having a nice nap, and all of a sudden it was no longer having a nice nap.
Oh no.
And what's Turgle's reaction?
Turtle kind of, does the.
Oh,
Turgle's a bit shy with other frogs. Anyways, off to Everglade. Come, fellows.
So Everglade commune is a very old settlement, made out of wood, and almost as if some of the trees had kind of grown around as well, so it was almost living in some sense. There are plenty of small little shops, housing, and there's a small kind of merchants guild area where mages or other crafts kind of work.
Okay. I'll lead them by my carpenter shop as well. Why not?
Like, this is the best merchants in the world in Everglades. The Chip and Chisel. Owned by Fangwort Fabblestable. That's me, by the way. Anyways, I should have some friends around here. Let's check next doors.
Yeah, so next door is one of, again, a mage who specializes in transmutation as well. You know him as Artemin.
Okay. I'll knock on the door and
Artemin the Barter Man.
Ottomans? Are you in here?
No wonder you like him. He's named after a piece of furniture.
My only friends.
You just hear, what? From inside.
Weebies have favors to ask you.
Favors, nobody's freaking. And the door just kind of opens, and you see this disgruntled halfling.
Oh, wow.
A little bit of an unkept beard, wild hair.
What kind of merchant is Artemin? Is he what kind of stuff does he sell?
He's a transmutation wizard. He does a lot of just spell casting needed
Okay.
around town.
Cool. All right then.
He definitely looks like he woke up hungover on the wrong side of bed. He's just very grumpy.
Latimer's on the wrong side of the bed.
Was he at the party last night?
Yes, he was. He was actually one of the people you chatted with,
Oh no.
Celeste.
Oh, nice.
You might remember these from the celebrations.
He kind of looks with bleary eyes at all of you and looks at you. Nice to see you again. Your name was towards you, Celeste.
Yeah, nice to see you again. And she just totally avoids giving a name.
Okay.
Anyways, what do you want, Fanwart?
We bees needing them spells. You can make us tinies?
Yes. What are you paying? I can't do this for
It
free.
has wooden fruits.
I pull out the bag, like a wooden banana, pineapple.
Big ones.
You look past him into his workshop and you see a table already covered in wooden fruits.
Oh,
I got an idea. Here you go, buddy. I got these bags filled with... Oh, now they're wood. Oh, wait a minute. I got this picture here. Maybe you would like to trade for this? And then I hand him the picture.
He kind of, as he sees that, he blushes, and he's like, "Where did you? Is that my coin purse?" And he.
When Celeste sees this, I think she like steps in front of the Lyric and Artem, and she says, "It can be your coin purse if you agree to help us."
Ooh, make me a persuasion check.
No. 16.
Hey.
Okay. He frowns at Lyrics. How long do you need to be tiny for? Or whatever it is that you need.
At least 1 day.
1 day? Jeez.
And we need you to accompany us back to the place we need to be, Tiny, and I think it might take a little while to get there while Tiny.
Or just give us a potion or something.
Or that. Just whatever, works best for us.
Zap us into a tiny little spaceship thing, and then
Yeah.
let us travel through.
Or does he work with scrolls?
I don't think that's how it works, but I can do something if I get that coin pushed back right now.
You
Oh, sure, I guess. There you go. You want any of these? He shakes a bag from.
I'm good. You might want to return those. I just had a couple of angry people asking around. And he just shoves his coin purse and questionable picture into his pocket and walks into his workshop, kind of expecting you guys to just follow him.
Okay.
Us does.
Yeah, we'll trot along.
Yeah, so it's you open in, and yeah, it's kind of like it's a mix of living quarters and his working space. Again, you kind of pass by a table of several wooden fruits, and the
taller among us are probably ducking.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely not made for anyone taller than a halfway. And
Hey,
you
while
venture.
I'm there, can I be if I'm not being noticed by anybody, can I be slowly taking things and putting them in my bag?
You can make me a stealth check.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
20.
Oh god, yeah.
Make me a sleight of hand.
18.
Oh wow. Nice.
Yeah. What are you? Are you just taking random stuff?
Just random things, whatever. Just as I'm walking by.
Okay.
Lyrics are clever though.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes. So yeah, you just kind of not even looking, grab a thing, put it in your bag, grab another thing, put it in your bag. So he leads you kind of into the back room, where there's a couple of desks, a bunch of books, scrolls, where he makes stuff, and he goes to one shelf that's just filled with a bunch of scrolls, and he just keeps pulling out a few, mumbling to himself, no, not this one. And hold on. Yeah, here. And he passes you a scroll. This is a shrink one. I'll shrink you for a while.
For me's or everyone's?
Should work for everyone. It's a higher level one. Expensive. You owe me.
I owe you already, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Artemans. I bless you with many wooden fruits, I'm sure.
Yep, I mean, you did that several times before already.
I'll repair that leaky roofs for you later. That is, if I'm not turned into tulips later.
Oh wait, you're involved in that whole situation?
Maybes.
Unfortunately.
Falsely, I'm sure, as the rest of us are.
He kind of frowns, says, "Oh, you should get out. Don't want
It
any
wasn't you.
suspicion on. No, don't want any suspicion on me though.
Inside check.
Sure.
Why not? 23.
No, he's Jesus Christ, you guys. He's telling the truth.
Okay. That's right. You're a cool bean, Atman. All right. Fond farewells. See you soon.
He kind of shoos all of you out. Lyrics, you have 2 forks. You also have a little like trinket, like a carving. You have a stuffed teddy bear.
Stuffed teddy bear. Amazing.
And you have a pencil.
Do we notice any of these things on him? He's walking out with them, like, or did he put them in his pack?
I think he put them in his pack.
Okay. He's not inspecting them at all or anything.
Yeah, he just just absentmindedly put it in.
I take out the fork and comb at my hair a little bit.
What, sorry?
I take out the fork and comb at my hair a little
You got a fork on your head.
Yeah, he's casually combing his hair, Little Mermaid style, with a fork.
Oh, buddy.
You know, I've been thinking, you guys. Would they happen to have a well in this little town here?
I think that is the well.
Fountain, well fountain. I don't know. I think it serves the same purpose, yeah.
Well, never mind. That shoots my idea in the foot. I just thought that maybe we wouldn't have to go small if we went down the well.
Well. Well, we're smalls now anyways. I mean, we will be. Was the fountain big enough to fit anyone down there, or was it just a kind of a small spout?
I think we'd have to swim down the current.
Yeah, you would have to go against the current,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're probably too big to fit the small pressure point that would be required to have a spring.
I think the tree is our best bet. Not the best bet, actually, but the only one we
A
have.
bet.
Our only option.
Yeah.
A bet.
If anyone wants to do some shoppings while in the Everglade commune, feel free.
Yeah, it's about almost noon.
Oh.
Well, the approximation of noon here in the Feywild. As celestial bodies don't work the same way here.
Yeah.
It's kind of this ever twilight. That gets slightly brighter and slightly darker at times. But yeah, it's about approximately midday at this point. You guys spend some time after having woken up. Yeah, you would know that people would be setting up some stalls. And kind of in one of the clearings. You could also pass by where the party was. Do you think people would be cleaning it up at this point as well? Most people probably slept in and now just break it down.
If not, we can be on our ways.
Yeah, no, I reckon we've only like a day to sort this stuff out. Maybe going on a little shopping spree, as appealing as it sounds, might not be the right thing to do.
Very well. Which way was that trees?
I'm gonna ask for directions.
The ones with the holes in it. I can't remember.
Don't you live here, Fangwort?
Yes, but I spend times in my workshops and not poking holes in trees. But you will try and find our way back.
Follow me, I know the way to go. Let's go.
All right.
Do you know? Okay, roll me a survival or investigation check to make sure that you're on track.
I'm
Yeah.
singing can I sing to the trees as I walk so that way they're kind of guiding me the way that I want to go?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
I'm singing to the trees as I walk, so they're kind of guiding me back to where I want to go.
Okay. So you're just kind of singing out loud.
Yep. So do I need to roll anything for that, or do I just walk on back?
So yeah, currently you have a singing gnome.
Sorry, I forgot that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Now people can hear me. Great.
Ah,
Did
not
you
so
guys
loud.
miss me?
Good,
Yeah.
good. Leads the way.
All right.
Most of the trees are just kind of like, what? Why?
I'm singing to the trees. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got everything you want, honey. We know the name.
Oh my god.
Roll me a performance check.
Are you entertained?
17 plus performances. 21.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Okay.
Bard's gonna bard.
I'm a bard, you know.
Yeah.
Good decks.
Yeah, the trees, despite some of them complaining, most of them kind of, they almost, the sound of the creaks and rustles seem to kind of play along with what lyrics is singing. And a couple of helpful ones kind of point out that, nope, not that way. You gotta go to the other this way instead. So you get down there.
Hey, Cord, can I ride on your back? I have a cousin named Yodel, and he says letting people ride on their back is the best way to travel.
I mean,
Come on, let me just get up there.
well, oh, to hell with it, why not?
There we go.
You're not that much taller because I believe Cord is a goddamn dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cord is just bulkier, right?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
not that much taller.
Right.
I'm not.
Dwarves aren't really very dwarvish these days.
What's that supposed to mean?
Hey, look at you. You're like 3/4 of it. You're just wide and slightly shorter than a human.
Hmm.
So do I climb up onto Cord's back?
Yeah, you can climb up. I'll let you. Go on then.
Not like this one's.
I point towards. Is it a tiefling?
Yeah.
This one's much too tall.
Yeah, no, I don't want to fall down too far now.
Cord, can you just roll me a strength or athletics check? Just because I'm curious. Let's. God damn it, you guys.
Yeah. Wait till we get to combat. Then we'll.
It's just such a shame because I've got so many cool ideas.
Yeah.
All right. So
Able
ride
to shoulder
forward.
the gnome just fine.
I've never been steered by trees before. This is most interesting.
You could call me Master, and then you could be Blaster.
I'm not sure how to take this information, lyrics. Is that some sort of preposition? Are we a band now?
Absolutely. I heard you singing the other day. It's great.
Oh, fantastic! Okay. So which one's Master and which one's Blaster?
Well, I'm Master, obviously. You could be Blaster.
Excellent. So we are, and together we are Blaster Master.
Let's call it that. Yeah, sure. I'd prefer Master Blaster, but okay. I'll give you top billing.
Are we by the tree?
Are we there yet?
If so, I'm just casting this spell now.
Yeah, Celeste, I don't know where we are, but has definitely walked out ahead. It's just no.
Okay, so you took a slightly different path, and you actually did walk through where the party was before. People were kind of picking up all the leftovers, packing it away, as well as the plate cups. There's still the now mostly empty bowl of fruit punch lying out.
What I put on my head?
Actually, yeah, I'll grab that ball off your head real quick.
Wait,
Okay.
Does anyone else remember what happens before they woke up?
No,
Did
not.
you all drinks from this fruit punch?
I drank from the punch, as far as I remember. Yes.
Maybe
I had a sip.
I did too. What about you?
So did a lot of other guests.
Maybe someone spiked our specific ones.
I'm gonna try and see if I can.
Were we around the same people?
I was around everybody.
Yeah, it'd be hard to pick out because all of you were kind of
Someone
Man,
may
I
have,
like the mingle.
socializing.
but someone may have framed us. It's odd that we all woke up in the same place.
Leave it to Fangwort to talk about frames.
Right? Oh, yes, exactly. Wooden frames, I got it. Yes. Bit slow. Sorry, I'm still thinking.
I'm looking around. So you say there's people like clearing up and stuff?
Yeah, there's people just kind of. They also look just tired, but they probably were tasked with cleaning up everything.
Was there any shady folks last night? Apart from ourselves?
Apart from yourself.
I take great offense to that. I've never been shady a day in my life.
Well,
You should hang out near more trees.
I'm gonna ask these people around here because
we all woke up with splitting headaches and can't remember what happens. Is it possible someone spiked our punch?
you can just ask one of the random people.
Yeah, you flag down. A elf. Says, I don't know who would ever do such a thing. I mean, we always respect when people don't want to drink alcoholic stuff. I don't know who would ever want to do that. And are you still carrying the punch bowl?
Yeah,
With like the bit of punch in it?
Is there anything in it? Sorry.
Yeah, there's still like this much, like
Okay.
not much at the bottom of it.
Okay. Well, not much of a alchemists, but
Why don't you let
try looking
Turgle
at it.
try it?
yeah,
Yeah,
go for it.
yeah. Let your little frog try
Oh, right, my frog. Yeah, I'll have Turgle have a sip. Yeah,
it. Yeah.
I'll
see what-
pop my frog in the bowl and
Should dunk
yeah,
Turtle
dunk him in
into
there.
the punch bowl. Oh, okay. Give me a second.
He's been through worse today.
Yeah.
If this is an account of his life, I feel a little bad for him.
I feel like it is actually. So
Okay, so you dunk Turgle into it and
Yeah.
bring him back up. For a second, he's kind of just has to sit there. And like, there's kind of like he goes one way,
Oh.
I can't
he
tell
got
if that's
another.
normal for that frog.
and then he kind of like freezes for a second, and then kind of just settles back into his normal self.
ah,
You kind of hear it telepathically voice, why?
I'm going to taste the fruit punch.
Oh,
After it's been dipped with frog.
Yep. I'm
Essence
gonna
of
do it.
frog.
Essence
sure.
of-
You're not just tasting where that frog was. You're not just tasting the frog. You're tasting where that frog's been.
I get this, everyone. I'm trying to make a point here.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
I'd be a bit suspicious about that pocket frog dimension that we talked about earlier.
Fucking
Roll
frog.
me a d10.
I want to know what the frog. I want to know what Turgle.
What weaponry do you have on you, Celeste?
What weapon do I have?
Yeah.
I have a rapier and a dagger.
Okay. Which one is right at your side? That's the easiest to pull out.
Probably the rapier.
Okay. Give me a second. How many of there are you?
No, 5 of us.
Oh boy.
That's
Okay.
5. 6 including
Four.
Turgle.
4 if you count Master Blaster as one large enemy.
6 if you count the frog.
Yeah, 6 if you count the frog. 5 if you count Master and Blaster.
Okay.
I was the one being so careful.
That's what you get for
Ooh,
testing weird
okay.
factors.
Roll me an attack as you are suddenly, your brain almost goes into a haze as if you're really confused. And you're like, what? It's almost like you're seeing doubles of everything. And like, yeah, you lash out at Lyrics.
Oh no!
And also,
God.
how close are you to everyone? Because if you're within 5 feet, I get sneak attack.
Well, if one of your allies is next
I
to
mean,
them.
I technically are allies.
I thought it was if an enemy of that enemy was very close to them. So like,
if you're
they're
not
distracted-
incapacitated and I
We're
don't
not-
have disadvantage.
No, we're not your enemies, but then we're not. You're
We're
not being very friendly either. You're like a
Yeah,
friendly.
I don't know how this is gonna count.
You're also not very sneaky right now. Drunky.
I mean, you don't see this coming. To be fair,
But you don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. That's it.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're not
so-
enemies of
so I'm
Lyrics.
not gonna get it. Thank God.
Lyrics is the master of the blaster.
It's just
He's-
4.
Yeah, so
Just 4.
there's suddenly a stinging pain, Lyrics, as all of you just watch.
Ah!
What are you doing?
Roll me another wisdom save, Celeste.
Cord is gonna drop Lyrics and
Ah!
try and grapple Celeste, just wrestle her to the ground.
Your brain kind of comes out of this haze, Celeste, and you're like, as you're coming out, you're like, oh, this is kind of what I felt like when I woke up this morning.
And I'm
You're confused as all heck. You're holding your rapier. You have no idea what you just did.
Yeah.
Not cool, Celeste. Not cool at all.
Don't
mean-
come see any closer.
Cord would still be charging towards her, so
You're gonna try to tackle her?
yeah, 100% tackle.
Okay, make an opposed athletics or acrobatic check. Whoop. You get very sudden dwarf.
Yeah. Ow. Okay, I get it. I don't know what I did, but I think it was the punch. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't really like you, but I wouldn't stab you on purpose.
Inside.
Oh, you're back to normal now, are you?
Yeah. Look, I'm letting go. And I just dropped the hands off the rapier. Look, I promise. I think it was a punch.
Did I lose any hit points?
I snatch away the rapier.
4.
4 hit points. A lot of hit points.
You see, that was awful close to my face, the way you swung that at the gnome on
I
my...
wasn't a swing. It was a poke.
Oh, so you do remember.
I mean, I poke. I don't swing.
I heard that about you.
You should. My ways are very, very well known around here.
I picked up the rapier and like pulled it away from her.
Well, I didn't see Turgle turn on us. And I pretty much submerged the thing in it.
So
I'll
wild.
But
It must be a
that's not
very
exactly
wise
real.
frog.
It's not exactly real, is it? He's like a spell. You're a wizard.
Yeah, that's true. Turgle doesn't have a rapier either.
I'm gonna suggest that the frog is wiser than Celeste.
Turgle
mean,
is
he-
the epitome
he
of frogdom.
He
He's very-
probably is because I've agreed to deal with you. So anything's wiser than me.
I'll let you up, and yeah, Cole will just sort of get out. I just thought you were going a bit rogue there, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
For nows, we...
Can I have my
Good
rapier
thought.
back? I really need to stab Cord.
Oh, I didn't.
I'll give it back to you later.
I have other
Turn
weapons.
it into
You know
wood.
that, right?
Once I trust you. In fact, we'll get back to the trees, and then I'll give it back to you. Sound fair?
Great. How about none of us drink any of the mystery liquids that exist in this place anymore? I think we were lucky the first time.
Yeah, I think
In
you're
the
right,
first
Ron.
10 times?
Water skins only from now on, I reckon.
Okay, except our war skins are full of it.
Okay, I'm
Put it
probably
in the
gonna have to
bottle.
use prestidigitation on my water skin because It's kind of filled with pond juice.
We learned that doesn't work.
What, prestidigitation?
Fangwort
Oh,
tried to.
it did for a little bit, but then the fountain kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, but it's only in
Yes.
one small spot in my water bag, so it should be fine.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the other one just got like washed away because
Alright,
there
well,
was
when
just
you
so
would-
much of it.
When you attack one of us, I'll poke you again.
Mm.
Fair.
No one's gonna do any more pokings until we get back to the tree and find out what the hell is going on.
Right. I just start walking that direction.
Yeah.
I know the way at this point. It's like the fountain was that way. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because now you're basically at the edge of that kind of clearing right before
Hmm.
the fountain. So yeah, you get into there and you can find one of the trees that you found. The one that you threw Turgle in, I guess.
Hmm.
All right, as promised, here's back your rapiers.
I hand back the rapier, except it's considerably lighter, I guess.
Oh, no.
My
Lighter.
God,
Yeah.
Fangwort!
It's a nice new.
How long does this last?
Oh, not long.
Specific.
An hour?
Oh dear God.
Serves you right for stabbing
I'll
poor
stab you with the
innocent
wood.
nerds.
I'll
Whoa!
stab you with the wood.
What am I gonna? Oh no! Am I gonna get a splinter?
A large one, yeah.
Someone cast the goddamn spell.
Oh,
I'm pretty scared. Little bead of sweat runs down my head, and as I quickly read out the scroll to shrink us down.
Yeah, so all of you have this disorienting moment where everything seems to get larger around you. The trees that stretch up almost infinity, even getting even taller, until you've kind of shrunk all the way into basically the grass is now covering. It's about your height.
Oh boy, honey, I shrunk the party, basically.
Yeah. You're also realizing you were not in the tree, and you're going to have to climb it.
Yeah, Celeste realizes that and just stares at Fangwort.
wow, Turgle, you've grown.
Yeah, Turgle is like,
I'm gonna mount
It's a
Turgle.
frog.
yeah, you basically have a frog mount now.
Yes, amazing. This is why I love D&D.
You
All right,
planned
I
this all
mounted
along,
Turtle.
didn't you? Like, you've set up this whole scenario just so that you can get small and ride around on your frog. I see.
Wait a minute, before he does that, can I look for the other frog?
You want to tame it now?
I can talk to it, I can talk to it, maybe convince it to be a frog mount too. I want a frog mount.
Good luck.
Turgle, do your mating call.
Celeste is ignoring all of this happening and is going through her gargler's pack and is taking the pythons and her rope and is fucking climbing this tree.
Well,
Okay,
okay, so they're all wooden, like wooden pythons. I'm gonna try
It's so done. Her fucking sword is wood. I'm done, y'all.
How high up do we need to go, approximately?
Okay, so
How high was it?
yeah, too tiny. Like it was about like I'm trying to do conversions in my head right now. It was about like 4 feet off the ground
Perfect.
when you're normal sized.
That's brilliant.
When you're tiny,
That's cool. Frog has an ability called Standing Leap, where its high jump is up to 5 feet. So I go yip yip and make my frog jump literally up into the hole and down it.
and Turtle just like, why? Okay.
I've got
This is
some
very
hemp, like
reluctant frog.
I've got like a 60-foot hempen rope I've tied around its mouth as well. I'm using his reins.
Anyone else want on?
You can fit another person or two on here.
Because I'm like a small creature, aren't I?
Can I find that other frog?
Do you want Turgle to
Make
make
me a
a mating call?
perception check.
Oh no, not a perception check. I did not find that frog. 4 plus.
It's really hard to see anything when everything is just covered in grass and you're like about grass height
Oh boy.
right now. So it's kind of like,
All
I'm
right,
on a
no
cover.
frogs for me.
No.
Hey,
Oh.
hey, no. You guys can go and jump the tree. Correct me if I'm wrong, though, but we're going up into the tree to get in a hole to come down the tree, right?
That's the plans.
Why don't we just go through the tree? And he'll pull out of his pack, like, some masonry tools.
Hey, back up that tree, mister.
I feel like we shouldn't ruin anything in the Feywild more than we supposedly already have.
Yeah, some say ruin, others say improve.
Okay.
I could make a very, very ornamental archway in that tree right there.
I can make a very ornamental archway in you.
Such crude tools. You need these.
I pull out my carpenter's tools with actual like saws and chisels.
Hey, Rowan, if you'd like to use the rope, feel free.
Thanks.
Yes, Celeste, Celeste, you're already like halfway up.
Can
While
I
all
ask the
this
tree,
I'm
stuff
just
is
staring
happening.
at these people,
can I ask the
like,
tree to make
wow.
me some handholds?
Yeah, you made an investigation check. I mean, there's pigeons happening in here.
Hmm.
Investigation check?
Yeah.
I failed. Naturally.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Didn't like
still
my
looking for this
sauce.
frog.
And this is a birch tree, so like, it's if you know birch, like there's a lot of peeling bark.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
So you just kind of like you hold on to one and you just kind of peel the way down.
It's like a string cheese.
Yeah.
This is the last time I deal with birches.
Oh boy.
Come on, Lyrics. Just hop on.
All right.
Celeste, you got the top already.
All right.
I'm
Climb onto
probably
the
actually I'm
frog.
helping Rowan any way I can.
Okay.
Yeah, just like making this go easier. 'cause
Cool.
I-
Climb onto the back of Derp Frog over here.
All right, and we're gonna do the standing leap. So Frog can jump up 5 feet and hop straight into the hole. Hopefully.
So the rest of the three of you who are on the ground are just gonna hop on the turtle.
The turtle.
Turtle.
Turtle. Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could grab hold. I don't think it'd be too... Why not? Yeah, I'll put my tools away. Come on then, I'll hop on.
Hey.
So you fit onto the frog, who again go, "Ah," in your head. Anyway,
All right. Yeah. Like.
Oh, don't be like that, Turgle. We're just tinies now. Don't eat us, by the ways. Otherwise, no more flies for you.
I think you'll taste weird. It just
I'll taste
Pops
the
in.
sawdust.
so you guys are in the hole, which is in your perspective almost like a cavern, which is up high, but you could definitely see a tunnel that seems to lead downwards pretty drastically. This is what Turgle fell down
Yeah.
when you tossed him in.
Toad tossing. So you're gonna be like, so Turgle, do you remember which ways it was?
Yeah, he just kind of starts walking towards or rather hopping towards the hole.
All right. Excellent. Also, I turn it around to the others and go,
Also, we should be sneakies in here. Something else glowers and flutters around.
How dark is it in here?
Right now it's fine because you're just in the right where the entrance is.
Mhm.
But if you kind of look down, it gets pretty dark down there.
I'm going to go ahead and light my lantern from my burglar's pack because I'm human.
you.
I don't
Silly
have that-
manholes.
don't have that good dark vision.
Yeah, so you light the lantern.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a pretty steep drop.
Mhm.
Kind of, it's basically you guys climbed up the 4 feet and you'll have to drop about 4
A
feet.
little further.
Yeah, you have to drop pretty down,
Yeah.
pretty far down. So
I'm gonna pull
Like
my rope up and
Yeah, I can tie mine even onto the end if it doesn't.
yeah.
reach
And
all the
I'm
way
gonna
up.
secure my lantern to my waist and then go to the edge and look at the rest of them and be like, well, I'm going to get this over with and then just start, rappelling down.
okay, whoever's rappelling down, make me an athletics check.
Okay.
Can it not be acrobatics?
I'll allow you to have acrobatics.
Okay, that's better.
How far is the drop?
It's like 10 feet. It goes below where the ground level is, essentially.
Hmm.
Well, you know, I've been training for something like this, but I'm just not able to do it yet. The whole falling from great heights without hurting yourself thing. I feel like that's the next thing my master's gonna teach me. But for now, I'm gonna just crawl down this wall, I guess. I'll
You're
just...
on a frog.
Oh yeah, can we just can the frog just jump down 10 feet? Is that okay?
Yeah, she could probably deal with it, okay?
Awesome.
Frog runners!
Tag
so-
away.
So two of you rappelling down, you get down there, no problem. And you have like a speeding frog that just passes you guys
Ribbit.
and lands
Alright.
at the bottom.
Okay. So we bees not alones down here. Maybe we go sneakies, slitherers like those slimy worms.
Hey, before we go forward, I forgot to mention I do have this ability to send a guy ahead of us.
Who?
He's been here this whole time. I haven't really been. Let's see here. Now, mind you, I'm new to 5e, so how do I have to cast Unseen Servant, or how do I do that?
Unseen servant. It's
Visible minus. Yeah, I want to call this guy up and tell him to head in front of us, maybe about. Well, I guess now it would be what 10 inches or so, just so that we can, he could be ahead of us and spot something before we run into it.
Okay, so basically Unseen Servant can't communicate with you necessarily like telepathically or anything. It has to kind of it has to do something, but it is invisible.
you
So-
can mentally command him to move around.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna call this guy forward, and then it's time to head out ahead of us. And, if I see he disappears, then I'll know something. Or not disappears because he's already disappeared. If I see something happens to him, then I'll know that maybe we shouldn't keep on going.
There may be some holes in this plans, but sure, why is not?
Okay.
All right, Unseen Servant, go forward.
Do you have a name for this Unseen Servant?
Fred.
All right. Fred goes. So yeah, you cast the spell, and there's kind of like a shimmer in a somewhat humanoid shape that just kind of fades into invisible nothingness. But you imagine that it kind of salutes and then heads down.
Teleforth, Fred.
I kind of lean over to Celeste. I'm like, why am I not surprised he has an invisible friend?
It makes so much sense. Trees. He has an invisible friend. This all.
I should
checks
really
out.
stop being surprised by anything here.
Yes, same.
Read more about Fred.
Yeah, Fred.
Proceed.
Fred goes down.
Proceed, Fred. Let us know if you die.
Don't know how he'll do that, but
I don't know how he'll.
just send you his will. I'm also. I think we'll try and go stealthily into the place we were before, or Turgle was in before.
Okay, so you guys can make me a stealth check.
I'd be
Perhaps I could sing a stealthy song.
I just strain, look at you.
Counterproductive.
I'll leave it for now, but I'll leave that one up there. I feel like it's going to be a good idea at some point.
And despite being visible, Fred is quite noisy.
Fred's terribly noisy. He's tripping over
Oh,
stuff.
goody.
I forgot the fact that Fred doesn't really see well in the dark.
Nope.
Yeah, you hear a little bit. Tunk, tunk.
Let it go, Fred.
You
You messed up again, Fred.
Ah,
Messed
Fred.
up again.
I have disadvantage, so.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Are you wearing armor?
Uh-huh.
Ah.
And then there's kind of you lose track of where the noise is as he keeps going down the pathways that you can see.
Are we getting closer, Turgle?
Turgle will kind of, again, it's a tight squeeze, So you're kind of flattened against Turtle.
Okay.
If you're going to stay on him.
Forgot how slimy you were, Toggle.
Wipe my face away.
I mean,
Yeah.
It feels a bit tight. I might get down and walk.
Yeah.
Feel
You,
free.
you lose track of where Fred goes.
If anybody trips over an unseen body, we'll know what happened to Fred.
Oh god.
We the first to know.
I guess I'll keep an eye out for that.
Or foot.
Everyone can roll me a perception check.
Hmm.
I was gonna ask if I could do that.
Yeah.
Christ.
10.
Hey, God's on the ball.
Doing great, guys.
Okay. Wow. So, Cord, as you're kind of like listening in for where the heck Fred went, you hear like a little giggle almost. Sounds kind of like tinkling laughter
That's not Fred, guys.
far down.
Wait.
Well, yeah. There's guys. Now, I reckon some of the party goers might have got down here because I can hear like a tinkling laughter coming from further down the passage.
Laughter? Wait. Is this Fred as in Freddy? Is Freddy more feminine then? Or is Fred a guy?
Fred does not laugh.
Fred doesn't laugh very much.
He can't even talk.
Listen, I tell this guy jokes all the time, and he doesn't laugh at all. So obviously, he's never laughed a day in his life.
Okay, it's not Fred. So who is it? What is that?
I mean, you live here, Fangward. It's probably one of these fae creatures, correct? Playing tricks. Is that what they're known for?
Damn.
Hey, Fred, what's so funny down there?
Didn't you just say that Fred doesn't laugh?
Well, yeah, but he can see what else might be funny down there.
Oh no.
I think Fred has made friends with something else, maybe. Either way, we should investigate.
Do we shout out maybe? Try and find out?
I don't think that's for the best.
Well, they sound like they're having fun, and I like to join in with the fun.
Have you heard of some of the fun that pixies and sprites and will-o-wisps and things get into? What their version of fun is in the Feywild. It's like
Indeed.
flaying people.
Oh, is that
eating them.
where we are? The Feywild, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think we've been?
Oh, I don't know. I've just been wandering through the forests for days.
Celeste at this point is literally just going faster. Fast as you can and going down.
Hang on a minute,
So-
Celeste. I've got questions about these pixies and sprites that you mentioned.
No comment, just fast as you can.
Mom speed walking.
just going down.
I think there's something off about her. I don't know what it is.
It's fine.
God.
I'm sure what you lack in brains, you make up for in beard.
I have a cousin named David who lives in a tree. He wears a stupid pointy hat.
Oh my god.
Okay. Thanks for sharing that. Now, let's see what this laughter is all about.
I go around the corner with Turgle and
Shout, "What's so funny?"
Okay, yeah, you turn this corner. You guys, I guess, have been walking and talking. You turn this corner, and now you exit out from the wooden kind of root-like structure of this passageway into actual ground. You recognize this Fangwort as the place where it kind of clears out into an open, and you all can see like there's this pool, which it's a pool because of how small you are.
Yeah.
Your match is not very big, normal sized. And you see these kind of glowing figures now. All of you here, with like wings. They definitely look like pixies. For those of you who are familiar with them, at least. And they all seem to be kind of giggling to themselves.
In Sylvan, I say,
What bees do you pixie folk down here?
There's about 5 of them, and they all kind of they turn, and they startle as your group stealth was enough to get past.
oh, whoops, I broke the stealth.
Yeah.
Whoopsie daisy. I thought that calling out for Fred would have broken it earlier anyway. But hey ho.
You'd be surprised. We were walking and talking very stealthily.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as I saw it, you were being pretty stealthy, but Fred was not.
True.
Celeste comes out. This is ruined. This whole whatever plan they had is shot to hell at this point. And also in Sylvan says, have you been playing tricks on the streams?
One of them kind of, they're all kind of androgynous looking. It's hard to, classify them as a gender. One of them kind of places their hand
Nor
behind,
should we.
places their hand behind their back as if they're kind of looking a little bashful. We might have. Nothing harmful, anything.
I think it's been a little harmful.
I mean, I wouldn't do anything to hurt anybody.
Hearing that it's harmful.
I beg to differ, lady.
Yeah, hearing that it's harmful.
Or man,
Gord's just
man.
gonna take his flask, open it, and just start chugging.
Oh god.
Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Very trusting of these guys, aren't you?
The lyrics hides behind a frog.
Definitely
roll me a d10.
Oh no!
Now, like I told you, it's absolutely fine.
Uh-oh.
You feel like you feel this haze kind of go over your mind. You don't want to do anything. You just want to stand here and stare off into space.
This is.
Is he back on that grog again?
Kind of just wave in front of his face, all right in there.
I look over to Urgle.
I take his flask away.
Grip.
I'll contest it. You want to go, buddy?
Okay, roll me opposed athletics checks.
The way that I've been rolling is probably. Holy shit! Did you have a nat 20?
Yeah.
26. Oh my god. Oh, I doubt I could get this.
Nope.
Not at all.
Yeah, he had a death grip.
Jeez.
I'm trying to shake him out of whatever he's doing then.
I look at Rowan and just go, do you know what? When we die, all our energy must inevitably go back to the universe. One way or another.
He's not wrong.
Great.
Les sees this happen and looks back to the
Are you back with us?
She goes, your little prank, it's done this. It could kill a lot of people. It made me attack one of
I got poked.
people. I think you need to clear it up.
When the other pixies kind of seem to chatter to each other, and the one that you've been talking to, we were never here,
Wait a minute.
and they go invisible.
What the?
Damn it.
Hang on a minute. How does invisibility work in the darkness?
Oh, if we're talking about pixies invisibility,
Like the
They
invisibility spell.
they literally turn invisible.
Yeah.
Mhm. I was just wondering if, like, because what I've been reading a lot of the Underdark books, and like their like interpretation of dark vision is really like everything's grey and white, but you see heat. So I was just wondering, but no, okay, they're
Yeah, no.
gone.
Are the pixies still here?
Holy
You
shit.
see like a sparkle of like you see like glitter dust
I
in
got
their
a
wake.
deal that I can make with you. I got all this stuff. It's all magical, awesome things that you probably would want to trade for. Let's see here. I got a couple forks. I got this thing, whatever this thing is.
That teddy bear you pull out.
I pull out a teddy bear.
Oh, I want the teddy bears.
That one
Roll
there.
a persuasion check.
That's what I'm good at. 14 plus 7 is a number. That's 21.
One of them popped back up much closer to you than you expected. And she's, yeah, they're about your height because of the way that it is, and
Well, hello there.
leaning over your shoulder essentially.
I got these bags filled of now wooden coins, and I got this figurine here that's pretty interesting. And I got a teddy bear, which is awesome. It's nice to see people that night. I got this. I got all this cool stuff. I got this fork here. It's great for combing your hair. You have very pretty hair, by the way.
Charmer, you.
Actually, yes, I am. That's
Angwort will trade you 1 teddy bears for a crowbar.
Produce a crowbar.
Just casually have a crowbar, you.
Yeah. It's part of my adventures kit I started with.
Okay.
Fair deals?
wait for me. No, this is for the pixies, man. Trying to convince them to like.
Never mind pixies.
The pixie makes a face at you.
There. What do you think? Pixies? I got all this cool stuff. All you gotta do is, a bit of cleanup.
You know, I never knew pixies existed. I thought they weren't real.
You're not helping, Cord.
Pixie puts hands on their hips. Says, "I am very real. Thank you very much."
Hmm.
Listen, this guy doesn't even know where he's supposed to be right now. And aside from that, obviously, if he didn't believe you exist, it was because he didn't realize something so awesome and beautiful could exist. Also,
Kind of. Yeah, they kind of blush at that. I mean, I would help clean up, but the problem is that it's kind of in the water and we can't get ourselves wet because our wings don't really work after that, and I don't want to drown.
Are you the one who poisoned this place?
It's not poison. It's just like a temporary thing. It's just
It's very poisoned, and they only have a day before it's going to hurt a lot of people.
Well, listen, we don't have to worry about any rings. Can you just show us how to clean it so that way we can clean up the place?
I think you should take out the pebble. The pebble was given to us by, I guess when I think about this really sketchy person, but they said it would be really good for like a trick, and so we just put it in here, like they told us to, and then it would just have to be like a silly thing, make people confused.
Okay. So we got this pebble here. We should probably not pick it up with our hands.
Turgle, eat the pebble.
I point to it and command him to lash out his tongue and eat it.
You're gonna have to persuade your frog to do this because he is done with your shit.
I'll use my natural 20.
God damn it.
Forgot about that, didn't you, Kiana?
Yep.
We
Do
saw
what I
that
say,
one on
Turgle.
you too. No one forget about that.
Do as I command.
Turgle's just like, why? And this is fine.
At least carry it for now. You can spit it back up later.
Turgle kind of very carefully gets to the edge of the pond. I don't really want to get in. and just you all can now see, with the pixies have mostly disappeared, there is like a stone in there, black colored. Although now that you're kind of looking at it, it's not quite a stone. It's almost like a compacted flowers or leaves.
Ooh.
Dark in like black colored. That's been almost compressed into the stone.
I'm gonna like go over to Lyrics and just sort of whisper, do you know what? I reckon this stone might hurt the frog. Just whispering, just to the two. I reckon it might hurt the frog.
Yeah, Turkle's gonna do what.
Mm-hmm. I want him to like lash his tongue out, kind of like curl it back, so that at least it's taken out of the water.
Wait a minute. The last time somebody even drank a little bit of this water, it started attacking the members. Are you sure you want to make an incredibly large frog?
Oh, I just saw
Too
that.
late. Too late.
Yep.
This isn't gonna work.
Oh,
This
no.
isn't just bad for Turgle. This is bad for all of us, man.
Oh, here we go. Boss fight. We're fighting Turtle now.
Yeah. Turtle's the final boss. And my fucking sword is wood.
Not for much longer.
Turtle just freezes.
There we go.
Two eyes kind of rolling into like two different places, even more so than usual.
Poke one of the eyes with my quarterstaff. Turtle.
I look to Lyrics and say, I told you so.
I agree with you, man. This is not a wise course of action.
And where's the stone right now? Is that kind of like all rolled up in his tongue?
Turtle kind of starts turning black.
Oh no!
Wait a minute. Send Turgle to the frog dimension.
Turtle, no.
I'll cast protection from evil and good on him.
I'll save you, Turtle.
Hey, can you freeze him in that frog dimension thing real quick?
I could, but I'm doing this instead. I'm going to cast that at first level, see what happens now.
He's still turning, his kind of gray skin still turning black, starting from like his mouth, as it kind of just...
Spit it out, Turgle, spit it out!
Well, the target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by, like, fey things now.
So it's just got the pebble in its mouth, right? Did it swallow it, or is it just in its mouth?
It's in his mouth right now.
Spit it out, Turgle!
And he has advantage on any saving throw against, like, other effects that...
Yeah.
He's
Turtle's still like frozen.
Wait,
Okay.
can I persuade Turgle? I can talk to him too.
Yeah, I'll say. Well, he's not talking much, but yeah, we'll talk to Turgle. You can talk to him if you want.
Turgle, spit it out, man!
Can I
Like,
just
Turtle's,
walk?
you're talking to him. He's like literally frozen in place. He can't like. He's still breathing, but he's just.
Turgle. So the Cord's gonna walk behind Turgle and just take his palm and just slap the toad hard on the back.
Oh, God.
Someone give that frog the Heimlich!
Oh my God! You're gonna kill it with the palm strike, but sure.
No.
Oh God! Not like this.
Eight like this I would have.
He only has 1 HP.
Oh yeah, because it's a familiar.
Familiar.
Oh, and
Unless
it just goes back to the pocket dimension.
Turtle disappears.
Oh, Turtle!
Did it take the pebble with it, or did the pebble drop?
The pebble dropped.
Okay.
Ah, damn it! But I've
So
sort
it's
of.
out of the water, right?
It's out of the water.
No, Turtle.
Okay, wait a minute.
I think we should
Now,
take it with
here,
us.
I got an idea. So this stuff is pretty heinous, right? And it's pretty small right in front of me. So I could instantaneously clean it, can't I? Pebble.
I just look and glare towards
Cord and say, you owe me 10 gold worth of charcoal incense and herbs. You know how expensive it is to summon back Turgle?
Well, I tell you what. Hang on. Now, what I've got on me is he's got to like dig around. I've got a lot of pocket fluff. Now that could act as charcoal. You know the fluff that gathers at the bottom of your pockets.
Oh yeah, that stuff is dangerous if you have too much of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Flammable.
But if I can't clean this pebble of flower stuff, then I'm gonna set it on fire with prestidigitation.
Other than that, I can almost certainly give you. How about a torch?
You're a toad murderer. And I cast prestidigitation, soiling him in sawdust.
Not murder. Come back.
Yep, you're just covered in sawdust.
I mean, if you can make your own ingredients anyway, what does it matter?
That's not incense. That's sawdust from earlier when I was carving this thing.
I think it might be incense now.
Okay, so you want to try to clean this pebble of the...
Yeah. If it can't be cleaned, then I'll burn it.
Okay, so essentially what it is that it's not even really a pebble. It's like, you know when you take like,
It's like tea remains.
it's basically they took a whole bunch of the plants and kind of just crushed them into this compact.
It's like a K-cup of evil.
Sure. Or like, you know those like tea balls?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Well, then I'm gonna set it on fire.
What? No. No.
I can't.
The fumes. No.
Then go up. We're down. That's
I can turn it into something flammable. Wood. My
Uh,
specialty.
Oh yeah, he can turn it into wood.
now, I'm not usually the most wisdomous of people. But
Obviously.
aren't we, at the moment, actually in the base of a tree?
No, the tree's back that way.
That's yeah, we're kind of under the fountain, but
The
Yeah.
tree root that you came out of is kind of just turning up about here, and you can see other
okay.
roots.
Okay. Well.
I'm looking at the
I guess
roots and going, no,
Listen, I'm
maybe...
not gonna start a tree. I thought we were clear of the tree. I'm not gonna start a fire next to the tree, obviously. I like trees.
I mean, I can... If you want to do fire, I can definitely help you with fire.
No, I'm not gonna
Oh.
lose
I think
fire.
we should do it above ground, maybe in open air, where the smoke
Not-
might not kill us.
Yeah, can we not take this with us?
Oh, wait a minute. Instead of doing all that, I'm going to create a non-magical object. It's a small box to put the thing into.
Oh, can you do that?
With prestidigitation, I can. I can create a small non-magical trinket.
It's hand sized. How big is this rock?
For you guys, it's like
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
Ooh.
for
Okay.
you again for you guys because you're smaller
yeah.
now.
But we're smaller, so
Hold
does,
on.
does
Hold on.
that shrink the size of my prestidigitation too?
Where's Fred gone to, Lyrics? He might have his.
Oh yeah. Okay. Hey, Fred. Fred, did you drop dead, Fred? Oh, there you are.
You see a ripple from the water as an
Hey.
invisible figure just kind of.
Whoa!
Hey, Fred, pick that up and hold it for us, are you? Don't eat it.
Fred's gonna try. Fred is not that strong.
Um,
It's just tea,
It's
man.
gonna be a bit of a struggle.
oh.
He's stronger than I am.
I think it might have to be a couple of us.
I was gonna say,
Oh.
I think
just
the
cleaning
official
stuff up.
strength is 2, so that'd actually be at like a
Yeah.
-6.
Oh my God.
He's used to
Oh, yeah,
cleaning
they're
up
minus
stuff.
6.
That's what I do. That's what Fred's for. He cleans things up.
Okay,
Fred.
Fred, hold this. I'll hold in my rope that was now my leash for poor Turgle, but I'll hand in the hempen rope and say, "Why didn't you wrap it in this and we'll drag it?" Just
I got a question now. How
okay.
did you have a leash for a frog? They don't really have a neck.
it was it's in his mouth.
It's all body.
It was more like reins.
Ah.
Yes.
Something to hold on to.
Get
Okay,
Fred to,
so-
get Fred to tie this up.
Fred
Well,
can try to. Yeah, Fred can try to drag. Well, you guys can drag this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just don't want to touch it. So
Yeah.
we'll get Fred to tie it up and then we'll drag it.
Yeah, Fred can do that. Fred will tie it up. You just just watch the rope tie itself, essentially.
I don't,
Good job, Fred.
Lots.
So,
All right.
way to go, Fred.
Oh my goodness.
Employee of the month.
okay, so you guys gonna
Back the
head
way.
out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you start dragging it. You drag it, and then you realize that you get to the.
Oh yeah. Before we go,
Before we go, can we ask the Pixie a little bit more about how this shady character looked like before we leave?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, definitely a good idea.
Yeah, I'll ask too. Just I speak Sylvan, so I'll.
I do not.
Pictures. I mean, I mean, it didn't look that shitty because at first, I mean, she kind of looked like one of the guards, had the armor and everything. But
I'm gonna pull out a piece of paper and a quill, and I'll ask her to like describe it and do a police render sketch.
I mean, I didn't really see the face. It had a hood over top. But yeah, I could kind of see that there was like the green armor.
Describe that the woman. What was her name? Illyrian.
Avalon.
Avalon. I'm gonna describe her sword. Did they have a weapon that looked like this?
Yeah.
What?
Well, everybody, we've been set up.
Can't be serious. No.
I am gonna insight check this pixie just to be sure.
Sure. Yeah, seems to be. I mean, the pixies are trying to like.
Yeah, they're doing it for fun. It doesn't seem to be a reason they'd lie.
I was gonna say, can I insight as well, just to be?
Sure.
How tall was this thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, telling the truth as they know it.
All right, guys, I got a perfect rendition of how this person looks like.
You just need a green crayon to like color it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I think we've been set up.
Highlighter.
Amazing.
Now, I don't think that anyone who looked at our little group would see anyone that would be easy to set up. I mean, we have got out of the box thinking, innovation, and determination.
But
And precipitation. And perspiration.
Precipitation.
How are we gonna prove that?
Perfect.
Celeste turns back to the pixie. Do you mind coming back with us to sort of get this person in trouble? It'll be fun.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
I dangle the teddy bear in front of her.
I just realized on the stream when you pulled it up, the green screen made it look see-through. So good. Oh, that's brilliant. It's just forest armor. That's so good.
Beautiful.
You're like,
Actual forest camouflage.
Yeah, it is. It's
Forest green.
Forest green. Up again.
the pixie kind of thinks for a second and said, "If you give me that teddy bear, then I definitely would want to help get in trouble.
You got
Give
a
them
deal.
the-
If you say that I didn't get involved with it because I don't want to get in trouble for that."
You'll be fine. Yeah, it's all this person's fault. They should have known better. You were just playing a joke.
And you saw it happen.
And you saw it happen, and you get a teddy bear out of this, and we have the way to solve the problem. You're off scot-free.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to. Here you go. Here's the teddy bear.
Yeah, he takes the teddy bear and just like hugs it to their chest. Okay, and just zooms back towards the roots.
I bet
Now you
got
guys are
bet
going
you
to
guys
remember
yourself.
that there's a 10-foot drop.
Mm-hmm.
I have I got this.
We have rope. We can
You have
do
the
a
rope.
pulley system.
You don't have a frog to help all of you, so you're gonna have to do some athletics or acrobatics checks.
Good luck,
To get-
guys. Because mine are bad too.
Here, I can try. I'm gonna roll 20 because maybe they'll treat me better.
Mine's a 14 acrobatics.
Blaster,
Okay.
do you want to go Master Blaster again?
Probably not so much for the
Hey.
climbing, I would have said. The climbing is not so easy with someone hanging off your back.
Bombing's a lot easier than climbing.
I got a question for DM.
Yes.
Now that we're like tiny and we weigh like hardly anything, how much do we weigh? And can I use catapult to get me out of here?
You know what? Yes, you can catapult.
Yeah.
Like I don't even care about what the weight thing is.
That's just so good.
I have to.
Excellent.
Can I go? Can I go? Can I go?
You may, yes. Hold on. I concentrate on the spell. You thought I was just a measly wood transmutation wizard. Well, I can do much more than that. Ready?
I crouch into my cannonball position.
Okay, who is getting to the catapult? Just the two of you?
So I'll get in, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Nope. I'm going the tried and true
Yeah,
way.
me
y'all.
too. I'm scared.
Do you know what? I reckon I'll climb too. I mean, I've done some pretty stupid things in my time, but right now I'm sober.
All right, huddle close, and I'll like hug them and cast catapult on my.
I shout number barrage as we go. Wah!
So as the rest of you are climbing up, with some difficulty for some of you, but you're fine. You guys just
Aim it and arc it up to the hole and as best I can.
you watch as Fangor and Lyrics just go into the air. I need both of you to make me dex saving throws.
Yeah. Oh god.
That's like 90 feet in a direction.
Yeah, it is.
You just go flying.
I just roll it and my dexterity.
Oh no. I got
Dex saving throw.
I failed my own DC.
I got a 19.
Wow.
19 to pass.
Gold for me.
Oh, and that.
You guys.
Can I change my role? Because Potato Hollow donates £2 to give Cord a nat 20 for climbing.
No, you're not allowed.
Aww. Aww.
You made that roll.
Oh no.
Aww.
You can save that nat 20 for something else.
Why, thank you.
Good thing I didn't ride on his back.
All right, so I'm guessing we take the damage of the actual spell. Is that right? If so, I'm gonna die. 38 damage. It's just really harsh, but
Okay, when I get there, I can help.
is that what you want me to roll, Kiana?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of whether it's that or it's falling damage because you guys kind of.
I mean, I'm okay with it. It's just whatever you
Sure,
want.
yeah, roll that damage. That's from the. From the
13
spell.
bludgeoning damage, totally worth.
Oh god.
How are you guys feeling?
You're a wizard too. You don't have that much HP.
I'm left on 7.
Not feeling so good.
Do I
Well,
take any damage?
It definitely saved us some
Yeah, you take that
time.
13 damage as well. Did you save or not? I don't think
I rolled a 19.
You save, actually.
you save, so you take half that.
So you take half.
The 19. Is that rounding down or up?
It's rounded up or down, depending on Kiana's choice.
I round it down usually. I'm
Okay.
nice.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
That's,
That's 9.
So you definitely hit, like, you guys end up hitting right above the hole, basically.
Oh god.
You smack into that. You managed to kind of cushion your blow a little bit, Lyrics, but both of you kind of drop from there onto the not outside ground, but
Totally worth it.
in the hole.
Ah,
It was exhilarating. Hurt a whole bunch, but
I am at about 10 hit points right now, but totally worth it.
maybe we should take a restings before we head back to. Where am I? What's your name again?
Don't worry. I can
You'll be fine, I'm sure. We won't have
As
to.
we rest, don't worry, Fangor. As we rest, I'll sing you a song. It'll make you feel better.
Who's Fangward?
So let's just like as she's getting because she climbed, just taps Fangward on the head very lightly.
yeah, so the rest of you just kind of see like and like Lyrics kind of like lying on the ground, a little dazed.
Try to shake it off as best I can.
Maybe yes. Short restings. Will
Are
do.
we all up there actually?
Yeah, you're all up there at this point.
Okay. Then I just heal folks and we can just get on with our business.
We can also do a song of rest while we're doing that.
True. How much or what time does it look like at this point? Or how
Again,
long did we spend?
A little difficult to tell with the Eternal Twilight situation. It's the material plane equivalent of like mid-afternoon.
Okay. Then we have time for like a half hour
Yeah.
rest. Okay.
We'll chill out on the rim of this kind of like hole in the tree. And just have a short rest if we can.
Oh boy.
So hang on a minute. Who did you catapult the stone up to?
I thought we were carrying it, or
Yeah, you guys were kind of
That is-
dragging it along, so it
Yeah.
would have come with you guys.
Oh god.
Fred's still holding on to it. Fred, how you doing, buddy?
was he just like dangling off of it as we dragged it up?
Probably, yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, jeez.
Fred, are you alright?
There's like no real like way to respond because it's invisible and can't talk.
Hold up. I think
Tap your foot once for yes and 2 for no. Are you alright?
Unseen Servant has 1 hit point as well. Oh dear. I think
Fred's dead.
Fred's dead.
Yeah, there's not really any response.
Oh, God. Well,
Well, do you see the stone at least?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
we have
stone's
it.
with you guys.
okay, it's up here. Nobody touch the stones. All right, I'm gonna pull out some rations and start having a munch and basically try and heal up during this short rest.
So, I also have a Song of Rest, so I sing to them and they get 1d6 extra hit points.
Yeah, so you guys can heal up if you'd like.
Do you want to roll that?
Do I roll that?
So
6.
roll the d6.
Wait, did you get a 6?
Yeah.
Oh heck yeah! All right then. Well, I'm
Nice.
actually full. I'm back to full.
Yeah. So you guys heal up
Pretty.
6 or whatever hit dice you want to use. At that time, you're kind of feeling like the tingle of the spell starting to slowly wear off.
Oh, that's a problem.
Uh
There we go.
oh. Everyone, spread out.
You're still in the tree.
Is my rapier back to normal?
It would have been at this
Yes.
point. After an hour, it turns back to metal.
I roll a
She takes it and she pokes you. Not hard enough to do damage, but enough to,
Ow.
the poke's there.
I've already got enough bruises as it is. Please, please, mercy.
Oh, wait a minute. I roll, just since I'm not used to this, I roll a d8, 1d8, then add the 6 points.
Yep.
Yeah, whenever you roll hit dice, it's your whatever you roll on the dice plus your Constitution mod.
And then plus that 6 that you rolled on the Song of Rest.
Okay. Duo plus Constitution.
Yeah, so you feel that tingle of magic starting to leave you
Yeah.
around the time of the end of your short rest.
Okay. I'm gonna try and climb down the tree just as I'm getting bigger, so I'm not like
Back
inside
up,
the
baby.
hole.
Yeah, as you start climbing down, like it's that weird disorienting feeling of everything kind of growing smaller and closer to you as you get bigger.
I'm just gonna
And by the
hang
time-
off the edge as I
Yeah,
get
I think Celeste tries to time it so she's jumping as she's getting bigger.
Yeah, you hop out, and as you you're midair as you kind of back into your normal size.
I checked my height against the tree to see if I got any taller than I started out at.
I pick up the little, like, the ends of the rope around the little stone thing, like a used tea bag, and it's just like,
It's like the small
this
little.
is fine.
They're basically a huge tea bag. I'm just realizing that now.
Is the water clear now?
I look around and I don't know this pixie's name, but I'm like, new friend, are you still with us?
You realize that the teddy bear has gone to its normal size.
Oh no!
Oh, no. Huge.
Now you have a really big teddy bear. That's even
Oh,
better.
All of your friends.
And like the
there.
teddy bear is suddenly shoved out of the hole. The pixie's just kind of like,
I was also going to ask, may I resummon Turgle over this hour?
oh yeah, you could resummon Torkel.
Yay! I have actually got 10 gold from the starting gold, so I'll use that, which is enough to get the incense and stuff.
I'd like to hug Turgle.
Turgle's back. Ah,
So you're gonna hug Turtle.
Absolutely.
not too hard. Remember, he's very weak.
Fragile.
He's fragile.
Didn't
You hug
realize
him.
how fragile he was.
You hug him,
Fragile frog.
and you just hear, "Why?"
Listen, he may not look like the hero, but he was willing to carry the burden for us.
True. Turgle, you the real MVP. No, I made you do those horrible things.
We should get going and get this taken care of.
Mm.
Yeah. So all of you are normal sized.
Is he still blackened or is he like green again?
He's back to being green again.
Okay. Yeah, you look healthy.
He's back to being what constitutes as normal for Turgle.
Yeah.
Yeah, his 2 eyes kind of still.
Mm.
I'll give him a couple of the rest of my leftovers from that short rest, like the rations.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Now we need to confront. Who was it again? I hit my head back there.
Evelyn.
That's the one.
We gotta find this guy.
Yeah.
Let's march back in there and teach her what for.
Okay. Yeah, so you you guys travel back into Everglade commune proper.
And we've got the stone kind of like dangling by the.
Yeah, could I actually put it in like a little like satchel or something so that
Yeah, you can totally do that.
so that I can actually like put it in a pocket or something. Yeah.
Yeah, you put it like a coin purse satchel kind of
Yeah.
deal. Yeah, so you would know that there is kind of a building where a lot of the guards do hang out when they're not on duty. So you could march over there.
And on the walk, I'll turn the teddy bear into wood.
You're gonna ruin it for them. They made a deal with us.
That's what I do.
Oh gosh.
The pixie's on your shoulders, Celeste.
I'm sorry. He does.
I mean, I guess we're too big for me anyways at this point.
I promise you, when this is all said and done, I'll buy you a toy that you want. All right?
Here we go. And then I can make a small trinket, right? So I'm gonna
Yeah.
make a small trinket for her. It's a little tiny teddy bear now, just for her.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she takes it and hugs it. Say, thank you.
This is the most adorable session I've ever been a part of.
It's very gentle.
What's your name, by the way?
Oh, this is you can call me Liliana.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure. Keep you safe.
And you guys travel to one of the buildings the guards hang out at. It's not, again, it's not like it's heavily guarded or anything, so you guys can just waltz right in as you like.
Do you know another fairy by the names of Pyrrhal?
Yeah, actually, sometimes she comes by, and then she's off and away.
Okay.
She does a lot of stuff with her friend, I think, master, whatever you call it.
Okay. Just wondered, that's all.
So yeah, you guys can just waltz right in if you like into the building.
All right.
Plan for how we're gonna confront this person.
I'll show you how. And then I pull up my pants and I go towards them and I start demanding answers, and I'm very intimidating.
So you just burst open through the door. and
Yeah,
just-
kick the door down.
You kick the door. Roll me a strength check to try to see if you can kick the door open.
All right.
Oh man.
I'm ready.
18?
Wow. No. Wow.
You kick that door open. And you see like a couple of the guys who are just, eating. A couple of them chatting at another table. You see Evelyn, who's just kind of chatting with a couple of other guards, who looks up as the door gets kicked open by a gnome.
I'm looking for this person right here.
Nothing like her, Lyric.
She's got green and a hood and no face.
Oh, that got me.
Evelyn, we need to speak to you outside, please.
Say, Rowan,
Right, yeah.
do you have any plans for that wee stone? And Accord is gonna give Rowan a wink, a conspiratory wink.
I'm gonna pass him the bag.
automatically sounds like it's gonna be a terrible.
Okay. Evelyn's just like, have you found something then?
Yes, and we need to speak with you about it outside. Please.
Come with us, lady.
I don't think that's gonna help your case. She's
Lyrics,
a respected
let me do
Sure,
the
of
talking.
course.
society.
She just kind of like, it's an eyebrow, and it's like, tells the other, I'll be right back.
Thank you.
And waltzes out.
Why did you, when we're outside and like, away, and why did you set us up?
You be
What?
messing with us no longer.
Why would you want to poison the water? And then, I mean, I know why you would set us up. We're all different and probably easy to take the fall. But why would you want to poison the water?
Ah, and who runs Buttertown?
Looks like we got a new friend.
Thanks for the
What are
raid.
What are you talking about?
Stay on track, Lyrics.
Sorry.
Are you accusing me?
I am, and we have proof someone saw you do it.
And at that point, Liliana just kind of peeks out from basically behind your hair. Who is she thinks Liliana? Yeah, and she said, it looked like her, but her eyes are a little different.
Her sword?
Her sword is the same. Except it's, yeah, her eyes are a little
Except now
different.
it's wood.
What's different with the eyes, Liliana?
I mean, when I able to see the other ones, they were all black.
Did you drink the French punch last night, Eliana? I mean, whatever her name is. I can't remember. I put them together.
Evelyn.
Eliana.
Evelyn.
Together.
No. But
I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts on this, on Ariana, because yeah,
I'm rolling for insight while he's doing that.
yeah.
okay.
Can I join in the insight? I want to
So,
just see if she's like legitimately confused.
On my rolls for insight, if it's a 7 or lower, I can treat it as an 8. So that's a 13 if it changes.
Ooh.
Okay. And Detect
Sorry, everyone's
Thoughts.
doing everything at once.
Yeah, everything's happening.
Tell us. Tell us.
I mean, I don't think mine changes anything, so it's not that.
Yeah, no.
But I initially learned the surface thoughts of any creature, what is most on their mind at the moment, and as an action, I can either shift my attention to another creature's thoughts or attempt to probe deeper into the same creature's mind. If I probe deeper, then they take a wisdom save, but their
Okay.
initial surface thoughts at first.
Okay, so the initial thoughts that you get off of her is it's say essentially what you're getting is that she's hiding something. Like she's clearly she's hiding something, but it's not about poisoning.
Who do you work for, lady? And I'll try to intimidate her with my
And that's kind of what you're getting to, Rowan, as well. Like she's hiding something, but she seemed truthful about saying that she didn't
Hmm.
I'm
do
kind of
anything.
confused about this particular confrontation.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's more to it. Cool.
We want to get to the bottoms of this.
And I'll probe deeper. She can roll a wisdom save. And have you used that nat 1 yet? I don't know. It's up to you guys if you wanted to, but
Want to use that one?
no, it's a group decision, so I'll ask
I
everyone else first.
I say probe deeper and use it not one. That I mean,
That
Yeah?
we should just. Well, yeah, you would get it.
What about you guys? Should we let Kiana use the nat 1, or should we just chance it?
I'm up for chancing it. I think there'll be another scenario very soon where the nat
Yeah.
one might be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
I'd
save
rather
it.
save it for a higher stakes thing because
All
this
right.
way I think we could still get her on our side.
Okay, we'll save her one, and I'll just have her roll a wisdom save. DC is 15,
Don't worry, man. I can make her talk.
because I'm pretty damn intelligent for a level 3 character.
oh,
Oh!
No freaking way. All right. Fair
She
play.
Okay.
She knows you were in there, though.
Yeah, she narrows her eyes at you as you try to probe in deeper.
Yeah, she can detect my presence now, and I think.
Yeah, she shuts you out, essentially.
Oh no. Okay.
Wells, be honest with us. We knows you gave this fairy the stones.
I'd like to intimidate her and ask her what she's hiding.
Okay.
I don't do so well at doing
Oh no.
that. That is a nat one.
Oh!
You look very feisty, but it's kind of.
Yeah, it's more cute than anything, this tiny gnome. Trying to look intimidating.
So she wants to shut me up, by the way. It's actually a contested intelligence check.
Okay.
So she knows I'm probing into her mind, though. It's, yeah, just a check. Just a straight check.
Okay, that's 14.
14, okay. 21, all right. So I'm still in there.
Yeah, so she definitely narrows her eyes at you and says, I would suggest stopping whatever you are doing. Or if trying to threaten me. What I was doing that night is my own business. I can tell you right now, however, that I had no part of what was happening at the fountain.
All right. Well, we've fixed the problem for now. If you go and look at it, it's actually quite clear. But we would like to find out who did it, and I think maybe someone is now framing you.
Which all comes down to us being framed, and I don't like that. I have places to go.
It's
Hey, do you have any siblings or anything like that that look a lot like you but with different eye colors?
No.
Well, I'm at a loss. I don't know.
Would anyone try and be taking you out of your position or discredit you?
Oh, wait a minute. I got an idea. Who made the punch?
And she kind of goes, I believe it would have been, mixed punch this year. It might have been, Morena.
Morena.
Why?
Because there was something off about it. Anyone... This lot likes to drink things for some reason. And they wanted to test. You saw it at the fountain. I don't know what to say about it, but
I tasted the punch, thinking it'd be all right, and I stabbed one of them.
That didn't hurt.
It wasn't that bad.
It was pretty bad.
I don't think it's as dangerous as the bit with the spring, but it's really not. It affected people's minds.
Cord, pluck the stone from the bag and try and throw it in her mouth.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god.
Sure.
Oh God!
Sure.
He's not with us, by the way.
Or would you like me
can
to
charge him
roll for
whatever.
that?
I don't know him.
Yeah, you can arrest him, not us.
I forget Dex. Or sleight of hand check, I guess?
Okay, cool. I'm going to use my nat 20.
And
Oh, damn, there
You
it
set yourself up for
and
that
that's
one.
the reason why you don't get to be master.
is.
Okay. She's gonna make a wisdom saving throw unless...
But when it enters her mouth, do her eyes go black?
No. But... Oh no.
Oh, I'm a teacher in medicine.
Okay. She takes out her sword. Hey, what's your AC, Cord?
It's a wooden sword, remember?
It's not wooden. It's been over an hour.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
it's back to normal. Sorry.
That'll be a 12.
Okay. That's a 19.
Ooh.
Cool.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, so that's the... Actually, that needs to be a +1. So that's the 8 points of damage.
Well, I mean, clearly she's
Well
insane.
done.
the last step.
As you kind of watch it, her eyes kind of glaze over for a second.
Would you say black and glazed over?
Yes.
She's the one. She did it. We
See?
found the culprits.
She was under the effects. I knew it all along. Look at her. She was under the effects of the stone, and as soon as she's under the effects again, she's trying to kill everybody.
Ask Liliana if that's how she looked.
Anna, is this how she looked?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. She didn't look so
Kinda.
dazed, though.
You didn't
Wait,
look this
what?
dazed.
Oh no.
But this doesn't solve the problem. This means someone gave her the stone.
I say we talk to Morena after we, get out of this situation.
Can I try to get it out of her mouth?
Sure.
She's gonna keep attacking us.
Someone give her the Heimlich!
Oh no, not the Heimlich again.
I'll help her. She did just
No.
attack me after all.
Palm strike.
Yeah. She spits it back out.
In, out.
And she just like, cough.
Are you alright there? He says, giving a totally unnecessary second palm strike.
Oh my god!
Are you okay?
She like, what are you doing? Why should I not have all of you arrested right now?
When the stone, it clouds your thoughts and makes you do things you don't know.
See, this stab wound isn't from nothing.
She sees
Harriet did just attack him.
She puts her sword. She looks at her hand with the sword. It puts it away. To Morena, then.
Let's go to Morena. Where's this lady?
The little stone from its little
Hold on.
tie again.
Like we're all allowed to make mistakes here. You thought it was us. We thought it was you. I'd say we're even.
Yeah, I agree. In fact, you were very even.
But also probe deeper.
There's still 10 minutes left on this spell, so we're gonna have another wisdom save on her part.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna call Fred back.
Okay.
Okay,
I just like to have him around.
stalwart. I'm not getting in there.
Yeah, you're not getting in her mind.
It's like a fortress.
And she looks at you again and be like, please stop that.
Okay, I dropped the spell. Right.
I'll take you to Morena. And she wanders through town, leading you towards a nice kind of little cottage. Passing, there's a window as well that you can peer in. And if you kind of look in, you see a woman who seems to be cooking.
Can I, when I'm doing that, can I bring Liliana up and go, Liliana, are there any plants or flowers that made up that stone?
I mean, yeah, there's like a few of them. I normally don't touch them because they're not really good for you if you just like touch them, but they're usually, but yeah, I don't, they're not really from around here. They kind of look like, stuff from like the winter court. And as you kind of all pass through the window, you watch as, this woman looks elven with dark brown hair, and she turns, and as she turns, she seems to change form. Just very similar to Evelyn. And as she hums to, she seems to humming to herself, and she turns again, and her form changes again into a totally different.
What? What's happening?
Okay, I'm going to whisper to Fred. Fred, listen. That lady over there is very dangerous, so I want you to do something very important. I need you to take her spoon. She's mixing something. That spoon is probably very dangerous, so take it away from her.
Okay.
That's Fred.
Go for it.
No, Fred needs to open up the door and try to sneak in first.
Uh-oh.
Door not already ajar.
Unless you want to summon him inside.
Yeah. I don't think you've already summoned him outside.
Yeah.
So
Summon him, yeah.
He just kind of pops up wherever.
she starts opening the door, and the woman, Miranda, kind of stops, looks towards the door, which it seemed to just open of its own accord.
But hold on, is Elena with us?
Miranda's inside of the cottage. You guys
No,
kind of
Elena.
watch this.
Elena?
Oh, yeah, she's Evelyn. Yeah, it's
Evelyn.
with.
And she saw the Miranda kind of.
Yeah, she watched,
All right.
and she's just like, "What is happening?"
I duck out of the window so we're not
Yeah.
just like, hey.
Yeah.
I'm definitely using the hide action.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna use minor illusion over the wind. We're outside, right? We're gonna use a minor illusion over the window of the outside, so it looks like it's still the outside.
Okay, yeah,
It's only like a 5-foot square.
yeah. You pop that image up.
Yeah, it's just a painting of what the outside normally looks like. There we go.
How's Fred doing in there?
Fred's like, yeah, the door's like, and like you hear Miranda kind of come by and close the door again because she thinks that the door just randomly opened.
Is the spoon still near her?
She's holding a spoon. You can't really see what's in there because you've put up this image.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry.
Oh, wait. It's not one way. Way to go, Fred.
Yeah, it's just kind of now an illusion that's there. You can't see through.
I can drop it. It's minor, but you want me to drop the illusion? They might see us.
What do you guys want to do? I don't know.
I'm just gonna sneak in. I at this point, I feel like we should just sneak in, and Celeste's gonna sneak in.
Okay, roll me a stealth check.
I'm just gonna watch and see how well this goes first.
Not good. Not good, guys. Not good. Not good at all.
Well,
1 point better than the unseen servant.
yeah, I know, right?
1 point better than Fred.
Yeah.
Yeah. You creak open the door. And you hear this woman go, I really should get that door fixed as she like comes and starts close the door.
Hi. I was told to come see you about ordering some food. Marina, right? You're the cook?
Ah, yes. I certainly do some of the stuff. Roll me a deception check.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh man!
Not the worst.
Yeah, it's not the worst. She kind of narrows her eyes a bit. Right. Well, what do you need?
At the party last night, there were these little these little snacks. I'm not sure what they were. I'm not from here, but they were so tasty. I think they were made with honey and some fruit. They were little cakes. They were just wonderful. And I was just, curious about ordering some for myself.
Of course. How many would you like?
A baker's dozen, probably.
Is Fred still in there?
Oh, Fred's just in there.
I'm also gonna send Turgle inside too.
Do I see a floating spoon anywhere?
If you want to kind of peek through high with the illusion is, yeah, you see a floating spoon.
Excellent. Go, Fred.
Good job.
Good job.
Guys, we don't have to worry about that spoon anymore.
Turgle, you out of the corner of your eye, you see Turgle kind of slip through by your feet. Celeste.
What all did you make last night for the party? Everything was wonderful.
Thank you. I mean, I would love to chat more, but if you would like these, I can get them done within the hour, and you can pick it up. I have some other orders as well.
I'm so drawn by all of these interesting spices and ingredients you have. I'm like I said, I'm not from here, so it's just I'm like walking over to like I guess her wall of ingredients and just looking at stuff and sort of touching stuff I'm not supposed to. And I sort of can I like roll an investigation check to see if maybe it matches up with whatever was in the stone.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, that's what we needed.
Nice.
Yeah, you kind of look at some of, like little spice containers and stuff.
And I'm
You
just like
look in.
talking, like this is so interesting. I've never seen this before.
You look into one and there's suspiciously black flowers.
Can I try to pocket?
Sleight of hand it. Yep.
Oh, okay. I'm just like sticking it in my like vest, like, yeah, this is just Morena, this stuff is just wonderful. You're such an amazing cook. She's an amazing baker. Just call me bullshit the whole time.
Yes.
And like looking toward the window, even though I know it's an illusion, I'm just like, are you guys gonna do anything? I don't know what to do.
You know,
I'm like moved over to the door at this time. I'm just kind of like listening. And I'm just. Oh,
I think Celeste is absolutely slaying it in there. I don't think she needs any help at all. Like,
I'm gonna say that Fred starts cleaning about the house because that's kind of what he's used to doing.
What?
Fred's his own guy, he serves me, but he kind of does his own thing. So he started cleaning around the house.
Like with a broom.
God.
And
You just gotta get out. It's fine.
says,
I'm just going to I'll be back in an hour. It's nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too.
I'm just going to get the hell out of there. And when I'm outside with the door closed, I'm just going to pull the flowers out. Thanks for the backup, guys.
You're doing great.
Yeah, you totally nailed it.
Hey, Fred, get out here! Fred!
Shut up.
Fred, you don't have to be in there. Bring the spoon down.
Remember the part where you mentally communicate with Fred?
Well, yeah, I mentally communicated, but I also say it too.
Celeste is just holding up the flowers. Okay, I think we have evidence.
And Evelyn kind of takes her and says, I think this is enough evidence. Thank you.
Bring the guards, lady.
I,
Do I have to do the job for you?
I am just about to go get them. Thank you for telling me how to do my job.
Well, Turgle's still there. I can see through his eyes.
Yeah.
I'm going to have Turgle go up to this individual, this woman,
Okay.
and it's going to sound really weird, but have Turgle, like, I don't know, try to, like, discern, like, just nudge into their foot first. And after
Okay.
I'm, like, nudged into it, I'm going to, like, try and let Turgle, like, lick her ankle effectively. I don't know, it sounds really weird, but...
Why?
Well,
What are you trying to get at here?
because as a wizard, I'm quite intelligent, and I'm also a gnome, and they are cunning little illusionists. They're natural illusionists, and I know how illusions work. They
Okay.
can't sustain like a physical form. They have this visible form, but
Okay.
physically they might be different. They might feel or taste different. Taste is
Okay.
what I'm going for. Do they?
Okay.
taste like normal?
Turgle,
Okay.
Turgle, you again hear the...
Have you licked many women's ankles?
No, I haven't. Not with a frog, at least.
Not like this.
Anyway,
Again, you hear that voice in your head. Why?
Do as I say, Turtles. We know how illusions works. If this be
Turgle
some-
licks.
If this be some Trixie's illusions, we'll get to the bottoms of it.
Turgle licks this woman.
does she taste like woman? Or is it something else entirely?
I hate that sentence so much.
I think we've broken Kiana.
Tastes like woman. No.
She tastes a little funny.
Really?
She tastes like Like Turgle's just like, I don't know how else to describe this, but then like dark, damp places.
Dark
Like-
damp places on her ankle.
Turtle's been licking the wrong kind of women.
Oh no!
Turgle, lick higher, Turgle. You assess what this is. Oh, God.
Turgle's like, nope, no thank you. I hate this.
Okay.
But Turgle kind of like, no thank you, like kind of steps back a bit. You
Mm-mm.
watch as the illusion drops,
Oh.
and you see an elven woman, but not of a normal elven kind. And she's dressed in these dark kind of cloak clothes with a symbol very similar to that of the Night Court or the Winter Court.
Do I recognize the symbol?
Oh no! Hold on. Is it only Turgle in there, or is everyone else seeing this as well?
Only Turgle's in there.
Oh, okay.
Fred's in there too. He's still
Oh,
crying.
sure.
Oh, yeah, Fred is still. It's Fred. Fred can't communicate with you.
No, it's true. Okay, I'm thinking I'm gonna freak out at this point, like whoa, because like this illusion just drops suddenly out of nowhere, and I start freaking out, and I'm gonna cast Shocking Grasp through Turgle because I can cast touch spells through my familiar, and if I hit, oh god, 9. That's not good.
No.
It just administers this little electric shock, like static through his tongue.
Yeah. And she looks down and she's like, what? As she sees the frog.
Uh-oh.
And she just kind of panics. Oh dear.
Turgle, you've been spotted. Abort, abort.
I'm gonna
What
like
have you
vanish
done?
him out of there.
What have you
Before he
done?
can get snatched away and put in some sort of cauldron.
Turtle starts hopping away.
Get out of there, Turtle! Fred!
And you see
Grab the turtle!
and you see
Grab the
Evelyn. You see Evelyn, who had gone away to get more guards, is now coming back.
Uh-oh.
Oh, thank God.
Oh god, guards.
Good, we're back up.
Wait, this never happens. Normally the guards turn up late.
This doesn't...
Them off.
Yeah.
And Turtle's like trying to hop it out of there as fast as he can.
Fred, grab Turtle! Get out of there!
Yeah, Fred grabs Turtle.
Yes.
There's suddenly a floating frog.
Amazing.
And just as you see the door open, Miranda is looking very panicked. And she sees you and she sees the guards who are there quick enough to apprehend her. And as they kind of grab onto her, and she starts, oh, what are you doing? I haven't done it. You watch as one of them cast a spell and her illusion drops. That all of you can see this agent of the Winter Court.
Winter Court.
We've been sent here to sabotage the Eternal Springs, as you learn after the interrogations. And if it wasn't for you heroes, they never would have known. And they would have let this woman continue cooking and probably poisoning everyone. But as the night closes out, all of you are pronounced innocent and perhaps heroes. Somewhat.
Well, yeah. That's a bit strict.
Asterisk.
Yeah.
Heroes with an asterisk. You at least saved the day today.
Amazing. That could be our
And
party
that-
name.
My friends, is where we're going to end it for tonight.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hold up.
Oh, oh.
Yes? Okay.
Is this a happy ending?
Yes.
Like,
That's a twist.
what is this?
I feel all warm and gooey and fuzzy inside. What?
Not only is it a happy ending, but the only damage I've taken is from my fellow mates.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. And as chat said, as we fade out, we hear one last time from Turtle. Why?
Poor Turgle.
Oh, Turtle.
Poor sweet angel.
Well, that's about it for today. So, Brett, we had a happy ending. I hand it back over to you.
I trust less now.
You should.
I trust less. I wonder what's going to happen for the rest of the month. Maybe I'm just still scarred from last month, but I'm concerned. I'm concerned with this kindness. So guys, we are gonna go and visit someone once we have finished wrapping up here. So don't go anywhere, because we also want to hear where all of these lovely people can be found online and what they're all getting up to. So let's go round. We went camera order last time, so we'll go reverse camera order this time, starting with Bibas.
Hello. Oh, I guess I don't have to speak.
Yeah, sorry. So this is like a chance, like, to tell us what you get up to online. Give us some links so we can find you, and tell us what your favorite part of the one shot was.
I absolutely loved all the interactions with Turgle and using Turgle as like our basic go-to guy for everything dangerous. Let's see here. I'm creating a RPG myself, designed for kids. It's called Power Outage, and I'll be demonstrating that at DexCon tomorrow or Friday. So if anybody is in the New Jersey area and you guys are going to a gaming convention, DexCon is the place to go. And you can see a bit more about Power Outage at poweroutagegame.com.
Awesome.
That's really cool. So I thought you were chiming in as well, Kiana. Like, yeah, like that's one of the things that I'd love to do more on this channel. Me and Kiana have done it before, where we had one of the viewers' kids play, but unfortunately, because of Twitch terms of service, it's not something we can stream. So we've only done like one video on YouTube so far. But yeah, great work. Thank you for providing that. So next we have Julie. Welcome back, Julie.
Hey. So you can find me online at jgraveart pretty much everywhere. I mostly post art, as might be evidenced by my name, and lots of D&D, lots of just general RPG stuff. And I also do cosplay stuff at Narendor pretty much everywhere. So yeah, I think that's about it. I'm really busy these days, so there's not as much art as I'd like, but we're getting there.
Still awesome.
Oh yeah, and my favorite bit of the game was just like every time that I expected something, it was like turned on its head by someone in the party, and that was like what made it really entertaining. So I don't know whether it was the lyrics just like coming out of nowhere with some harebrained plan, and or like everything with Turtle was hilarious. Just good. But yeah, it was fun.
Fantastic. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Next we have Katie. How you doing, Katie?
I'm Katie. You can find me on Twitter at KatieFace. I also do off the tables Twitter, because I am a cast member there. I play in our, I'm there every Monday playing our D&D 5e show, Tales from Thurcia, and I'm the keeper for Monster of the Week, Tales from the Swamp. I'm there every Wednesday playing Mutants and Masterminds, and tonight, about an hour and a half, I'll be there for Burning Wheel for some crying, because that's all we do on that show. And I'm there every other Friday playing Monster Hearts. This Saturday I will be over on Power Score RPG in the afternoon playing with the Spell Squad, the ones who beat the Tomb of Annihilation, 4 spellcasters. And then that evening I'll be on the Academy running, I believe it's your first GM-less game, BFF, first GM-less game on the channel.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited
Yeah.
because it's late at night, so it's like a slumber party because you play as teenage girls. It's very fun. It's just cute fun after all sadness. I think Scrat needs it after Barovia.
Yeah.
And
Barovia hit me hard.
yeah,
It's not
yeah,
lying.
I know. It's gonna be good. And then Sunday at 2:30 Central Standard Time, I believe. Nox from Fable Tales, Summer, Jess, Little Cup of Joe, and Digo from Off Table is going to be playing a all-female gender swap version of Lady Blackbird, and we're calling it Lady Brunchbird, and we're drinking mimosas, having fun. It's going to be on Off Table. It's going to be really good.
Awesome. Fantastic, thank you. Next we have Chris. I think this was your first time on the show, wasn't it, Chris?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, welcome.
What a blast
I feel like
it
an
was.
old friend.
Oh man, it was fantastic. So many laughs, and yeah, I didn't know what to expect either, but I was pleasantly surprised, and I was, yeah, Kenna didn't like murder us all, and as I keep hearing all these rumors, yeah, like you say, a happy ending, what? But my favorite moment was probably like being able to shrink down and ride my familiar as a mount was so cool, and then of course catapulting myself and half the party, probably dealing the most damage during the session just because of I forgot to save on my spell. But no, it was so much fun. Would love to do this again at some time. But normally I'm running my own game locally on Wednesdays. But other than that, I'm always on Encounter Roleplay stream on a Monday, and you guys probably know of them. Scratchicus often raids them, and but Encounter Roleplay is where I'm at on a Monday, part of monthly modules. And I also stream on a Friday and do Baba Yaga's Dancing Hut, which is like this big mega dungeon, sort of like the Feywild, but that I stream on Fridays. But yeah, you can find me on Senrith on Twitter, the Senrith _. But yeah, it was a blast. I loved it. Loved meeting you guys as well. Super fun.
Awesome.
And thanks to you.
I have a theory. I think that Kiena occasionally has to throw in a nice game so that we all believe the smile again.
Yeah.
It's like a believe in the smile thing. That's what I think it is. Kiena, how did you find it?
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I mean, it's just a nice, fun series in the Feywild.
Roll a deception check.
We never
No.
used that nat 1 on her.
Let's use it now. This is the time.
Go out of game, nat ones. No, I like I said, One Shot Wonders is my project of the heart. It's what I do that I love doing because I get to DM really awesome people like this crew and just kind of go through and explore cool D&D settings that are out there. This was a really nice premiere for the Feywild after having a really emotional, heavy month of Ravenloft. It's kind of nice to just do some silly logic stuff. This was almost entirely improvised. I had 1 point written down, and that was it.
Nice.
So I think what I really enjoyed was all of you leaning into the chaos, which included making some real dumb decisions.
Hey,
Real dumb.
when in
But
room.
but the dice seem to be in your favor today, guys. I will be speaking with Roll20 about that because I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to me? Goddamn. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I died of laughter several times, which is my favorite part of these games, is just me dying of laughter as we go through shenanigans. But where you guys can find me, I'm over on Twitter at KennaS. That's the best way to catch up with me. Talk with me. I love talking with you guys. I do all sorts of things across the internet. I am on a podcast called Lady Slaying Dragons, which releases new episodes every Sunday evening. It's me, two cool ladies, having a tabletop discussion about tabletop games. This month, we have a special series about visual representation. We have some really cool interviews with some really cool people that I can't talk about yet. But definitely check us out over on Twitter at Lady Slay. I am over on Counter Roleplay on Mondays, right after the show that Chris is on, doing some Call of Cthulhu. I am over on WebDM on Tuesday evenings, playing some 5e Spelljammer stuff. And on Saturdays, I am over on Grimjack 21502 channel doing Project Kronos, which is a Pulp Cthulhu game, and had just been announced starting next week. I'm on a new Dungeon World campaign bi-weekly every Saturday. I am so excited for that. And this Saturday, I'm also running a one-shot for the 24-hour stream over here on this channel. So if you want to see some more shenanigans, I'm running a game called A Murder Mystery Dinner, which is essentially what happens when a murder mystery party actually becomes a real murder mystery. Super fun. I'm excited for that. So yeah, definitely check that out. And until next Wednesday, where we get to go back to the Feywild and see what other Fey bullshit I get to pull with the party.
And so I can confirm now that 24-hour stream is going to be all proceeds are going to go to charity. They're going towards the keeping families together on the border thing. I'm still not quite decided which charity it's going to be with or how to link things to them. But worst case scenario, I'll set up like a GoFundMe or something and just offer the funds to them or something. We'll figure it out. But yeah, so we're running from 7 a.m. on the 7th until 7 a.m. on the 8th, 24 hours. I'll be in all the streams because, you know, I'm crazy. And it'll be great. We'll hopefully raise some money. I'm going with a goal of probably about like $1,000, I reckon. I think we can do that in 24 hours. I think that's reasonable. Other things, tomorrow I'm on Encounter Roleplay, where I'll be playing the City of Mists game, and I'll be playing Dr. Hezekiah Shah, who brings all the creep to my characters. I am playing another game on Friday where we're just gonna, you know what, we're just gonna sling some dice. We're just gonna grab 2 d6s and just make characters pretty much on stream, I think, and just go for a made-up game with made-up rules and made-up characters and everything else, and see what happens. That's Friday, 6 p.m. No, wait, hang on. 6 p.m. EST, I think. Evening EST, and then back up at 7 a.m. for the 24-hour stream, and then on to the usual schedule the next week. Other things. Social links. This is where you guys can find me. If you're not already in the Discord, get in there. It's an amazing little community. Really inclusive, really friendly. They teach, they don't preach, and they're amazing. So in you go. Twitter, if you want to come and play a game much like this one, if you want to be one of the players in this very game, come and get in the diary. Just send me a DM on Twitter.
Yep. We have some openings, I believe, for next month where we're doing Dark Sun. So I'm very excited to be doing
we
some.
Actually also have some openings for next week as well.
Ooh, we do. So if you want,
so
if you want in on the Fae bullshit, message Scrat.
Yeah.
We'll get you in.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And YouTube as well. That's where everything gets uploaded and everything gets caught up on. We have a Patreon. We're doing amazingly well on that. Thank you so much, guys, for all your support. We're going to be working over the next couple of weeks of trying to put more into the Patreon. And we also have merchandise and a competition running at the moment where we are we're giving away sketchbooks and notepads and t-shirts and things. So yeah, that's all good fun. We are going to go and raid the aforementioned Encounter Roleplay tonight because Alice, beautiful waifu, is still over there right now playing the games. She's playing the Warhammer game, which is a hell of a thing in itself. I had a lot of fun tonight, you guys. I'm nervous about this. That is my lasting impression, is that I am nervous about the fun I've had.
Nothing to be worried about, guys.
We're starting off at the happiest point we can be.
Rises and
It's going to
falls.
be all downhill from here.
Get happier. Don't worry. Don't you trust Kiana?
No!
It'll be fine.
Don't worry, I don't either.
Is that what we just left off?
Yes!
Don't trust me.